Looking for a blast of fun? Head to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Get lost in our thrilling arcade, hit a strike in their state-of-the-art bowling alley, and dive into the ultimate laser tag showdown. It's the perfect spot for fun, whether you're 5 or 95. It's fun for the whole family. It's also the perfect place to have a birthday party with their party rooms. Wild Bill's Fun Center, 1100 South Jeffers in North Platte, where the fun never stops.
The following is an Eagle Media Sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on NorthPlattePost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course. Premier Toyota. Let's go places. Crawl Clinic Physical Therapy and Athletic Enhancement. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey. Zeller Motors. Bad Apple Repair. Fix your iPhone or iPad. Rooster Roll-Offs. The Gathering Spot. And the Justin Thompson Agency. American Family Insurance. Today's game also brought to you in part by the D&N Event Center. Mid-Plains Community College. Runza. Great Plains Foot and Ankle. Farm Bureau Financial. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment. Larry's Glass. Dave's Place. Puro Clean. Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan. Great Plains Health. Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy. And Shelter Insurance. Pete Falls and Brent Rogo. Watch today's game live at NorthPlattePost.com. Brought to you by WB's Fun Center and Brigham's. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome, everybody, here to Lexington. Paxton Gordon here, and Jeff Smeltzer for some girls basketball. FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com on our WB's Fun Center live stream. It is the 0-10 Lexington Minute Maids taking on the 3-8 North Platte High School Bulldogs girls basketball team, as Dogs now on an 8-game losing streak after falling to Kearney Catholic last Saturday. They were leading for basically the entire contest before it all came undone in the last couple of minutes. They unfortunately really couldn't find a rhythm in the second half, and because of that, Kearney Catholic, a really strong team, came back and secured the victory. Dogs now on an 8-game losing streak. Of course, the Minute Maids on a 10-game losing streak, looking for their first victory this season at a program that has been for many years now trying to rebuild its numbers. It looks pretty good this year comparatively to how the numbers have looked the last couple of seasons, but they're still looking for their first win. Girls looking for their first win in 8 games. Jeff Smeltzer joins me here. That Kearney Catholic loss, man, it sure leaves a sour taste in your mouth, because after how good the Dogs played really in that first quarter, outside of that, it was really tough sledding for North Platte.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That's one I thought they were going to get. They really needed to get that, break that losing streak. Hopefully we get it done today. Yep. Should be a competitive game. Both teams are in the midst of a struggle. But somebody's got to come out victorious, so let's hope it's a team in blue.
Yeah, some teams got to come out victorious, and the Dogs really can maybe use this as a springboard into some good play for the next couple of games. Of course, it doesn't get any easier going into this weekend and next week in Sydney on Saturday, and then, of course, you got McCook, Northwestern, and just so many good, and then the Scottsbluff-Gehring tournament the week after that. So Dogs are going to find their momentum. I do think they're playing pretty good basketball outside of that Lincoln Pius game. So it's just a young team trying to find the winning pieces together, because, again, they've struggled the last couple of seasons to find consistent winning, so they've never really been put in a lot of positions where they've had the lead and they've had to maintain the lead. And I would assume Kearney Catholic was a good stepping point for some good learning process.
Yeah, it really was, and they came off that 3-game parochial school trip. Ron Colley. Pius was just in another league. Pius is something else.
I wouldn't be shocked if they win state this year. Yeah. They're just that good.
Yeah. And then very competitive with Kearney Catholic, and they just fell apart. So they need to get things right. They're learning to play without Kiki Williams, who's been out with that injury. And I think they're starting to find their groove, figure out their roles, and I look for good things tonight.
I do too, and again, this is against a team, yes, you look statistically at their winning percentage and their winning record and all the metrics of their shooting, and it's not a very good team, but this team plays, in all their years, always plays tough. Doesn't matter if they're 0-10, 10-0. Lexington is always a tough school and has always given North Platte the fits every single time they've come here. So the Dogs really going to have to play their A game today because they can't just look at this opponent record-wise and be like, okay, here's an easy victory. They can move on to Sydney tomorrow. This Minute Maids team can really put you in the grinder defensively if you get to it.
One thing you can count on is Minute Maids are going to come with intensity and effort. So that'll always keep you in ball games. So they're going to come out and play really, really hard. Boys JVs, they played super hard. The Minutemen.
That was not an easy, even though statistically it was a 20-point victory. I mean, that was not an easy cut game. They were forcing the JV boys team to really have to work for it, and they weren't giving up too many easy shots that allowed the Dogs to really separate themselves. They, again, had to really grind away, and I expect that from this girls team that is, again, still hunting for their first victory, but, man, they'll put their best foot forward every single game.
Yeah, they're going to give it all they got, and it's going to take a good effort by the Bulldogs. You can't take them for granted. Go out there and play your game, and they should be all right.
That's what I love to see, Jeff Smeltzer. And, of course, we've seen the Dogs, even in tough losses like that Lincoln Pius game, they come back the next game, and they look like a completely different team. It's like that game never happened. So I expect them to, of course, keep that Kearney Catholic game deep in their mind, but they're going to really be able to wash it off and get prepared, of course, for Lexington and the Minute Maids here today. We'll step aside here on our Quick Stop pregame show. We come back, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. We'll jump into our house, lock and safe keys to the game with Jeff Smeltzer and I and get you prepped for the start of today's game here on FM 98.1, AM 14, and on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
We're always something right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings with Sinclair DinoPay, saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and for real shakes and smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
New year, new ride. Looking for a car buying experience that's a cut above the rest? Welcome to Zeller Motor Company, where you can experience the difference. With over 30 years of combined sales expertise, Nate and Justin will help you kick off the new year in style with the car of your dreams. And Amanda's 20-plus years of banking know-how makes financing smooth and stress-free. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference? Start the year strong. Visit Zeller Motor Company today and drive away with confidence.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to Lexington, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course we do live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. Hey, let's give a shout out here real quickly. What about that Minute Maids and Minute Men band? It is a rockin' house here tonight in Lexington.
If you're an old school purist, The Horse is the greatest basketball warm-up song ever, and this might be the best high school version of it I've ever heard.
They are crowding up in the band section. There's so many people here, and this is what you just love about high school basketball. Not only is the game super fun, but the pop-up circumstance that comes before and seeing all the fans, whether it be home or away, and then just the band showing up. I mean, it is just a crazy atmosphere here tonight, and I, to be honest, think this might be the craziest atmosphere the Dogs are going to have all season, and, you know, that's something that we haven't, even in those away games, we haven't really been able to say. Maybe outside of the Kearney game might be that
Kearney
that was pretty packed. But this just brings, like, on the noise level to a whole
new. This band, I'm not exaggerating, must be 100 strong.
Every year they are they're extremely well manned, and, you know, only the football seems to probably be just as scary, but here in this gym, it is rocking and it is popping.
The band is worth the price of admission alone.
No kidding, but for the Dogs here today, we'll jump, though, into our house lock and save keys to the game. Jeff Smeltzer, offensively, I thought the Dogs played pretty great in the first quarter against Kearney Catholic. They really got everybody scoring, but then outside of that, the scoring just seems to really fall off of a cliff. And really, offensively, what do you think the Dogs need to do today against Lexington to come up with the victory?
Like I say, every week, protect the basketball, rebound at both ends, and make easy shots. Don't leave any bunnies out there. You know, everything that you should make them.
I think for the Dogs today, it needs to be a concerted effort of still getting to the line, even though they have not been a really good free throw shooting team, both the boys and the girls. Those are free points that you can continue to take advantage of, even if it means in the long-term scheme of things that they're not going to be able to pick up that many points. Those are still free points that they need to convert on. So I expect them to still stay very aggressive in the paint. And then defensively, we've been seeing a couple more games of the zone defense. Of course, we know the Bulldogs, boys and girls, they're very, very man-focused. But these last two games for the Dogs, of course, against Lincoln Pius, that's probably the toughest example of the zone defense because that is just a team that you can't do anything against. But they've been playing in a couple more games, and I think it's starting to really pick up in stride.
And the Minute Maids have some height. Looking at their roster, a lot of 5'10", 5'11" kids out there.
Yeah, so. They're not the of course, barring two of them that are below 4
they cover the
5
spectrum.
feet. Yeah, they go from top to bottom. But really, they have pretty good height that the Dogs, again, have shown that they have struggled against of course, Lincoln Pius. So look to see if that is turning around here in today's game. But with that, it is now time, I believe, for our national anthem. So with that, we're going to, of course, step aside and take a break. We come back here to Lexington. Minute Maids and the Bulldogs battling it out here on the road. Both teams looking for their first victories in quite a while. Minute Maids 0-10 compared to the Dogs, who are 3-8 but on an 8-game losing streak after starting the year 3-0. We'll step aside here. Quick Stop pregame show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Is just trying to take a look here. Maybe we aren't doing the national anthem. As there's Jeff Smeltzer here.
There we
go.
Lined up like they're going to do starting lineups.
I was going to say. And we are going to get into starting lineups. So let's jump in, though, to our Double Dip Size Creamery starting lineup. We'll start with the home team here today. Julietta Ortiz, the 5'8 sophomore, gets the start alongside Malin Navoa, the 5'11 junior. Abriana Reynosa, the 5'5 senior, gets the start alongside Kiana Klaus, the 5'10 senior. And then Abrielle Sutton, the 5'11 junior, gets to start. So that's a pretty tall, even lineup. And, of course, we've seen the Dogs. They struggled offensively against the Lincoln Pius team that had some height. Of course, two teams on the different spectrum of competitiveness. But the height has always been an issue for North Platte. So how about we jump into the Bulldogs there, Mr. Smeltzer?
Dogs will counteract with 5'8 freshman Chloe Hanneborg, J.C. Burke, the 5'8 sophomore, Josie Douglas, the 5'9 sophomore, Addison Euling, 6 foot and a senior, and rounding it out, number 13, Abby Kaminsky, 5'8 senior.
So, of course, North Platte, if you're watching warm-ups, they look to be in tip-top shooting shape. I saw a lot of great shots going down in pregame warm-ups for the girls, so that's always a good sign. So we'll see how they'll be able to dissect this Minute Maids defense because, yes, they do have some pretty big height, and that's always been the problem for North Platte in their recent years is whenever they face a team that is actually really tall, they really start to struggle in terms of breaking things down on the defensive side, and they try to force too much, which, again, as you said, lead to turnovers, which then leads to losses. So we'll see how, again, I think Lincoln Pius was a good initiator for the Dogs so that they can at least see what it's like to play against a team that has some pretty good height with them.
And if we do go to that zone, you got to make sure you find somebody to block out.
Yes, that was the big issue.
That's a big drawback with the zone is you got to make sure you get a body on somebody.
And that doesn't just go on the girls' side. The boys' side too have really struggled with finding rebounds and consistently out-rebounding teams. I mean, there's some games where the Dogs only got like 5 rebounds to start a game, as that one's going to be tipped very, very far back into the zone and picked up by J.C. Burke. And now up comes North Platte. Josie Douglas cross-courts on over to Kamensky. And here comes North Platte to start their first offensive possession today against the Minute Maids of Lexington. Douglas down on the paint to Euling. Euling crosses over to Kamensky. She is wide open. She'll now drive into the paint. Lost the basketball for a second. Somehow gets it to Berg. And now with 14 on the shot clock, there's Josie Douglas, who will then travel as Chloe Hanneborg, who is subbed in as today's starter for the first time this season, unfortunately throws that one away, Mr. Smeltzer, and just like that, Dogs turn it over on their first offensive possession. Here comes the Minute Maids.
On to the next play.
Cross-courting it all the way up. That was Jocelyn Mintz, and that's going to still stay in bounds. And now here comes Chloe Hanneborg. The pass up to Burke. Burke driving around the perimeter. Now picks her dribble up. Back over to Hanneborg. She penetrates and floats one. Oh, no good. And that's going to be a rebound on the side by the Minute Maids. And that's going to go the way of Abrielle Sutton. That's her first rebound. And now up the court comes Lexington. On the far side with it now Klaus. Cross courts to the near side. That's Reynosa. Reynosa into the left corner. That's tipped up by Douglas. And Josie Douglas with the stolen pass. And here comes North Platte. 7 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Still tied 0-0 as Kamensky drives into the lane and draws a foul. And now she'll go, I think, to the free throw line to shoot 2 for North Platte today. As that's going to go against Abriana Reynosa, her first foul today. First team foul for Lexington, and here comes the free throws, which, again, the Dogs were really struggling against Kearney Catholic, as that one's off the back iron, no good. I think you last time talked about it, we're 6 for 16.
Yeah.
If we're trying to remember correctly.
I think that was right.
Against Kearney Catholic. As Kamensky's next free throw, that one no good as well. That one's going to be fought for, picked up by Douglas. Douglas now will bounce out around the perimeter, and here come the Dogs to Kamensky. Top of the three-point line to the left side, Burke. Burke drives and kicks on over to Douglas for a deep 3. Oh, no good. Fought for, rebounded by Addison Ewing. Kamensky now for 3. It's nothing but net for Abby Kamensky. That's the first points today for North Platte, and it comes the way of a 3 from Abby Kamensky as Chloe Hanneborg tips the ball out of bounds. And
I think she's back to 100%.
I was about to
that
say.
Ankle, she's showing that quickness that she did earlier in the year.
But also great shooting from Abby Kamensky, who has been the Dogs' most consistent three-point shooter this season alongside Josie Douglas. And it's good to see the Dogs starting to get some more comfort around the perimeter, even if it is with 2 players, as Douglas will tap that out of bounds. That's intended there for Klaus. And now here comes the inbounds once again for Reynosa and the Minute Maids. Looking around, going to pass it to the near side to Kiana Klaus. Klaus all the way up to Sutton. Sutton picks her dribble up now, looks and passes it back to Kiana Klaus. And here come the Minute Women. Reynosa passes it down low to Novoa. And now Reynosa drives into the lane and now passes it back to Sutton, but it's stolen away by the side of Josie Douglas before it is tapped out of bounds by Abriana Reynosa. And that's another good defensive stop for North Platte High School. They're getting their paws into the passing lane and forcing some turnovers.
Looks like the Maids are going to pick them up man-to-man half court.
3-0 the lead for North Platte High School. 6:04 left to go here in this first quarter. To the far side, Burke with it on the wing. Now passing it around to Douglas. Douglas thought about the 3. She drives on into Novoa and then goes up for the shot. No good. She was looking for a foul, and Abriella Sutton will pick up her second rebound as up comes the side of the Minute Maids and Abriana Reynosa. Reynosa now to Novoa. Novoa down low to Mins. Mins up for the shot, the foul, and no good on the shot, but Roslyn Mins gets a foul called on her attempt, as that's the first for Abby Kamensky. And now to the free throw line go the Minute Maids of Lexington, trailing 3-0 here on our wicked fast scoreboard with 5:38 left to go. Mins' first free throw is no good. So both teams starting 0 for 3 as a grand total. Dogs, though, still hold on to the lead. Next free throw is up in the sky, and it is no good, but fought for and rebounded there by Novoa, but stolen away on the side by Chloe Hanneborg. Kamensky looking to drive into the paint. Oh, she just lost control of the basketball. And the Dogs now will go back on the defensive as she was trying to cross it to her right hand and then just lost the basketball.
Yeah, right idea. Yeah, just the execution wasn't there.
Reynosa with the inbound. Looking around, running out of time. Is able to find Mins, and now here come the other way the Minute Maid. To the far side with it. They will find Klaus. Klaus back over to Reynosa. Almost a backcourt violation.
Nearly backcourt violation.
Now Sutton back over to Novoa as that one's tipped out by Josie Douglas. Dogs flying around on defense to start this game, really making Lexington work for their offensive possessions. Get it into Novoa. Now to Klaus in the logo. On the right wing, she'll pass back to Novoa. Guarded by Hanneborg. Now over to Klaus. Kiana Klaus with it. Pivoting around, looking, and back to Novoa at the logo. 12 on the shot clock as Reynosa drives in. Stolen away, though, by Chloe Hanneborg with the pause. Here she goes the other way, looking to go coast to coast, but has to throw one up. Rebound on the side by J.C. Burke And now here's a Josie Douglas 3, no off the mark, as that's going to be fought for. Still on the floor, still looking for some help, and the ball is still going to be picked up this time by the Minute Maids, and Lexington will come the other way. And that one tipped once again by Chloe Hanneborg out of bounds. She is just all over the defensive side of the court. As here comes Katie Titus checking in for Chloe Hanneborg. Of course, Titus got the start for the last 3 games for North Platte. Again, with the injury to Kiki Williams. Now Navoa drives to the right side, guarded there by J.C. Burke. Into a double team, down low to Sutton. Sutton backing down Ewing, and it's blocked by Addison Ewing out of bounds. Last touched by the Dogs, but there's Addison Ewing getting into the defensive stoppages with a block.
Good job not following through on that block. Just block it. Let it go where it may.
And that's been some of the issues for North Platte recently. Of course, we would love to see their defense and how ferocious they are, but a lot of their fouls have come off of those follow-throughs, as that's no good on the shot from Klaus, and it's rebounded by Josie Douglas. She looks to go coast to coast. They try to get it down low to Titus, and that bounces off of her knee. And that is no good, as checking in now comes Hannah Scharf for Lexington as Sutton checks out.
Well, we thought it'd be a competitive game. We didn't guarantee it'd be pretty, but
no,
it is going to be competitive.
Yeah, both teams really on the offensive side not getting some too good of looks. The Dogs probably getting the better looks in general, but Lexington really making them hit from beyond the arc, which has also been a struggle for North Platte. They're essentially daring them to take the shots on the perimeter, and yes, Abby Kamensky hit the first one, but outside of that, nothing much. Reynosa in the paint, back to Mins. Mins drives past Titus, floats one up, it's in. First 2 points today.
That was a good-looking baseline jumper.
And that's the first for Jocelyn Mins. Lexington now trailing North Platte by 1, 3-2. Now here comes some great passing for the Bulldogs. Kamensky gets it down low to Ewing. Ewing now across court's now over. Here's Kamensky. She'll fire again for 3. She hits another one. How about Abby Kamensky so far on her threes? 6 points. She's hit 2 of them. And it's 6-2 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard in favor of North Platte High School. With 3:27 left to go here in this first quarter, tip from Burke, but picked up on the side by Klaus and the Minute Maids as Navoa kicks out to Reynosa. And now driving into the paint, there goes Sharp. Down low, great pass. No good on the shot from Reynosa. And now the other way comes North Platte High School as J.C. Burke on the outlet pass. Cross court's on over to Kamensky. She'll fire another 3. Oh, Abby Kamensky. 9 points. She has all of the Dogs' buckets so far with 3 threes. She is looking on fire today. As now up the court, Kiana Klaus. To the near side, Reynosa. Great defense from the Bulldogs again, still deploying that zone.
Yep.
And that's tipped away by Josie Douglas, but Navoa picks it up.
I do like the movement on the zone. They're doing a good job defending the perimeter.
As Sharp fires one just from about 12 out, no good. Rebounded there by Abriana Reynosa. And now here comes another shot, no good from Mins. Rebounded by J.C. Burke. The Dogs with a 2-on-2 fast break. Burke looking to go coast to coast, fires a shot, no good, and it's going to be saved by Abby Kamensky. Great rebound from Kamensky. How about Ewing for 3? Another one for North Platte High. That is now Jeff Smeltzer. 4 threes in today's game. 3 of them coming from Abby Kamensky, 1 from Addison Ewing. The Dogs now lead 12-2.
How about 4 for 4 from the 3-point line?
Wow. Of course, we talk about how the Dogs, they are streaky shooters. Let's be honest. They are streaky shooters, but man, when they are all of them catching fire, it is unstoppable.
Oh, I apologize. 4 for 5. I didn't see that one.
I was going to say one miss was somewhere.
Josie missed one, yeah.
But still, how about a start to this game, Mr. Smeltzer?
Yeah.
It is quite a start for North Platte High. 12-2 with 2:13 left to go here on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. I was talking about maybe get more action into the paint. They've been doing a good mix of both, but if Lexington's going to keep the Dogs, pretty open on the perimeter and dare them to take those shots, North Platte seems to be today pulling the trigger and saying, we're going to do it anyway.
Well, like you said, previous weeks they like to go inside out, so they're getting a touch inside and kicking it out, and they're making that extra pass for the 3.
Reynosa gets the inbounds now to Malin Navoa. Now back to Reynosa. Navoa here on the near sideline will now push her way up the court for the Minute Maids. They trail with 2:05 left to go. 12-2. Kamensky gets the stolen ball, and here she goes the other way. Abby Kamensky. Oh!
Double figures.
I was going to say, she's already off to a hot start for Abby Kamensky. She has 11 points for North Platte High here in this first quarter. As now checking in comes Miriam Tercero. Down low they get it to Sharp. Trick, that's Mins, and that bucket will go in from Jocelyn Mins. Her second, and it's now 14-4 on our wicked fast scoreboard with the foul. So Mins will go to the free throw line. That's Ewing's first foul. Second team foul for North Platte High School as Mins, again, went 0 for 2 on her last free throws. That one going to be no good from Mins, and it's going to stay with the Minute Maids. I think that's tipped out by Josie Douglas. 14-4 on our wicked fast scoreboard. 1:40 left to go here in this first quarter. Dogs all over the Minute Maids. Reynosa with the inbound all the way out to Tercero. Here on the right wing. Tercero now looks to drive it on Chloe Hanneborg. Into the paint she goes. Dishes it back out. Almost stolen by Douglas from around 12 out. No good as Phoenix Brown has checked in. That's a very, very errant pass that's picked up by Kamensky. But the zone defense, Jeff Smeltzer, looking good to start today's game.
It is. Good rotation on the defense, and they're staying out of foul trouble. They're playing under control.
Into the right corner here to Chloe Hanneborg. She drives on the baseline. Hanneborg, no good, but a foul will be called. Then Chloe Hanneborg will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Really love what I'm seeing from the Dogs here today is Gabrielle Sutton will check in. I love not only the energy, but the ball is moving. We always talk about, how we love to see the Dogs when they start passing the ball really, really well. And today they're off to a hot start.
And you're right. It's not getting stuck in any one person. It's moving around.
As Burke and Titus check in. Checking out comes Kamensky and Euling. So Tercero still in. Sutton is checked in. So a tall lineup here for Lexington that's got some big bodies down low as Hanneborg will collect the first free throw made for North Platte today. I believe they're now 1 for 4.
1 for 4, yeah.
So that'll be a fun metric to watch throughout today's game as now Navoa up here on the near sideline. Driving past two Bulldogs. Now here's a double team. She's in some trouble. Somehow gets it to Tercero. And now on over to Sharp. Sharp drives and looks and kicks it to nobody. She tried to get it to Adriana Reynosa, it looks like, on the far wing. But Reynosa kind of jumped into the lane. And unfortunately for the Minute Maids, they turned the ball over.
Yeah, a little miscommunication that time.
56.1 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. 15-4 the lead for North Platte High School on our wicked fast scoreboard. Douglas gets it to Titus at the top of the three-point line. Katie Titus holding the basketball, looking for some help, finds Burke. Burke now drives around and passes it to the left side of Phoenix Brown. Brown on the wing, cross court to Douglas. She'll fire away for three. That looked beautiful, and it's nothing but net from Josie Douglas. Her first three today, Jeff Smeltzer, and that's now the sixth three-pointer as that one's lobbed into the half court, picked up by Douglas, and now with 24 seconds of cross court into Burke on the baseline, but she'll step back, and with the shot clock turned off, the Dogs will look to finish this out. I say that with another three from Douglas, which is off the mark, and rebounded by Malin Navoa, and a foul going to be called, but that's the 6-3 today, Jeff Smeltzer, for North Platte High. They are firing on all cylinders beyond the arc.
They are, yeah. They're on fire. Let's hope it continues.
And with 9 seconds as Tercero. Oh, they're going to call a moving screen, it looks like. I believe that's going to go against Hannah Scharf. No, that'll go against
Sutton.
Gabrielle Sutton. That's her first foul. And with 8 seconds, the Dogs will take over, looking for the last shot of this first quarter, leading 18-4 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Douglas with 7 seconds, trying to hold timeout. Now tries to get past Navoa with 3 seconds. Douglas now with 2 seconds. Oh, tries to get it down low to Hanneborg. But unfortunately, that is how this first quarter will come to an end. We'll step aside and take a break when we come back. Second quarter action here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, the live stream on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Dogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KWOQ AM North Platte. Enjoy great food from Merrick's Ranch House. There's 10% off online ordering, and Merrick's offers a 10% veteran and military discount. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout.
North Platte Post Sports. We
winter is here, but another round at River's Edge is still open. Don't forget about the new winter hours that are Wednesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And if you're craving something special, join them for their prime rib dinner every Friday and Saturday nights from 5 to 9. It's the perfect way to warm up this winter. So gather your friends, come enjoy the cozy atmosphere, and let them serve you at another round at River's Edge.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington. It's an 18-4 lead at the start of this second quarter. As always, our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota has trained Toyota technicians on hand, so you know you're always getting the very best in service and repairs. Go on and stop by at Premier Toyota today to help to have your scheduled maintenance with our Toyota trained technicians. As well as another round bar and grill where fun meets. Fine dining. Great passing as Mins will hit the bucket, following the foul from Burke. Great passing by the Minute Maids, and they get another bucket. That's going to be the 6th point for Jocelyn Mins, their leading scorer, and she'll go to the free throw line once more.
Yeah, that was a nifty little interior pass there. Post-to-post pass. Good for 2.
Mins has yet to hit a free throw. She'll nail that one, as I say it. So she's got 7 points in today's contest, and now here come the other way, North Platte. Leading by 11 with 7:40 left to go here in this second quarter. Douglas on the right wing. Now to Handeborg. She drives baseline. Kicks it back over to Burke. Burke now drives in. She floats one. J.C. Burke, no good. And that's going to be fought for and rebounded on the side. Believe that will go the way of Sutton. And now here comes Lexington the other way with it. Trailing by 11. That pass into the front court. Oh, it's going to be stolen away by J.C. Burke. And Ewing will glove it after Burke couldn't hold on to it. Now the Dogs will try again. How about a 3 from Handeborg? Chloe Handeborg gets another 3 for North Platte. It's 21-7 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Not only is it just, Kamensky that is getting good shots, as that's an offensive foul against Jocelyn Mins. Her first. An illegal screen on Mins, and first foul for Lexington, but every Bulldog is turning into an elite sharpshooter here in today's game. As Douglas now to Kamensky, who has checked back in for North Platte High School, so the starting lineup for the Dogs is out on the court at the moment. Douglas on the right wing. Now looks to drive around the perimeter to find some help. To Burke. Burke with the basketball. Now to Handeborg. Handeborg to Douglas on the right corner. She drives into the paint, and Douglas kicks it out to Handeborg. Another 3! No good. That's high in the air, and that's going to be rebound on the side there by Malin Navoa. As there's once again Chloe Handeborg trying and getting her hands.
It looks like they got a timeout first.
I'm going to say Lexington gets
Lexington
a timeout.
called timeout before the jump.
It's always our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. I know we're all super excited about how this start has come, but the question is going to be, when will the Dogs finally start to cool off? Because so far their offense has predominantly been shooting threes and making those threes, which, again, in fairness, hey, if they're leaving you up that open, just keep shooting. But at some point you got to worry when that starts to cut off. When do you start to get back into a more traditional offense?
And they're doing it inside out right there. That last three-pointer that was missed was Josie Douglas drove the lane, drove to her left and kicked out to Chloe Handeborg. It was open because her defender had to step off and help. So if that's the open shot, you're getting it because you're driving, you're being aggressive. So keep it up, and eventually you'll get those inside shots as well.
As here comes the inbound from the Minute Maids. As now the pass all the way to the near side to be tipped, stolen away by Burke. Burke then will be fouled on the shot. As Reynoso was trying to get the inbounds in, and then it was tipped by J.C. Burke, and now Burke will go to the free throw line. That's the second foul for Ambriana Reynoso. Second team foul for Lexington with 6:27 left to go here in this second quarter. On our Wicked Fast scoreboard, and the Dogs so far looking for some help on the free throw department as they'll miss another. I believe they're now one for five. As Burke will get another opportunity to at least go 2 for 6. And she will, so the Dogs 2 for 6 as Burke gets her first points today. And now it's 22-7. Navoa gets the ball into Mins. Minz in the double team. It's thrown up. Sutton collects it. And now here comes Reynosa here on the left sideline. Looking for some help. Dogs in a double team. Finds Navoa on the pass. And with 25 seconds on the shot clock, here come the Minute Maids. Navoa now into the paint. She'll kick it out to Minz. Minz from just inside the three-point line gets the shot. How about it for Jocelyn Minz? She has all of the points for Lexington so far with 9. And with 6 minutes to go, it's 22-9 the lead for North Platte High School. Douglas down low in the paint to Euling. Now to Kamensky. Kamensky thought about the three, but great closeout from Minz. Douglas now into the paint. She goes, floats one up, and then a foul will be called. So the aggression is still kept up to 11. Jeff Smeltzer, and another foul. This one against Malin Navoa, and that's going to be the third team foul for Lexington.
All right, let's see if we can keep the streak going here. We've made,
of 1 for 1.
We've made one in a row.
As Douglas fires her first. We're already off to a rocket of a start once again.
2 for 7.
Dogs always miss the first one and then somehow make the second one. It's how the tradition has gone so far this season for North Platte.
Yeah,
just like tradition, she'll make the second. 23-9 on our wicked fast scoreboard. 5:47 left to go. Navoa here on the left side drives up the court into a triple team from the Dogs. Now she lost the basketball, and that's going to bounce off of J.C. Burke, and he'll still remain with Lexington. Dogs now doing a lot more trapping. They haven't been a team that traps a lot on full court presses, but with this new implementation of the zone, they've been steadily getting more and more of the traps into their defensive system.
Yeah, with this starting lineup or the lineup that's on the floor, they're a little quicker.
As that pass going to go out of bounds. As Navoa is trying to find somebody down in the paint. I believe that was Sutton. But just out of her reach, and a turnover for Lexington. Another good wrinkle that keeps slowly but steadily getting implemented in for North Platte High School as they are again ramping up with the end of the season coming quickly.
Yep.
As now they're going to call a carry.
I was just going to say she carried that.
Josie Douglas. Yep. That's a turnover for the Dogs. A little lackadaisical dribbling up the court for Josie Douglas, who
she got her hand under the ball. That was a good call.
Klaus throwing it all the way back to Reynosa on the left wing. Now to Sutton, just inside the three-point line. They'll cross-court it to Minz. Minz into the paint, fires one up, and that's no good, and almost, and will be rebounded by Josie Douglas. Cross-court up here to Chloe Hanneborg. Oh, Hanneborg unfortunately turns it over. She was trying to get it into a cutting J.C. Burke, and Navoa was able to collect it, and then a foul is going to be called by J.C. Burke. Had her hand on the back of Navoa, and that's a foul for Burke. I believe that is her second foul.
It is.
5:06 as she checks out, and Phoenix Brown checks in.
Yeah, got a little handsy on that, little hand check foul.
Now the inbounds to Kiana Klaus. She's at the logo. To Reynosa here on the left wing. Reynosa crosses it over to Navoa. Navoa drives in and on the baseline, tries to get in, somehow gets it to Minz.
That's a pretty pass.
And that's not going to fall as that's rebounded by Josie Douglas. What a pass by Navoa to find Jocelyn Minz, but the shot doesn't fall. And now here comes North Platte. Into the paint, Kamensky goes. She fires one up, no good. Looking for a foul. Strong rebound by Euling. Her second chance point is good. That's one Addison Euling with the strong hands in the paint to rip it away on the rebound and get the bucket for the Dogs. 25-9 on our wicked fast scoreboard here with 4:25 left to go. Navoa on the right wing now, guarded by Brown. Jab steps, cross courts and on over. Stolen away by Josie Douglas as Douglas tries to keep it in bounds. She does, almost running into us. Now as that's tipped, wrapped up by Sutton. And now here comes the Minute Maids the other way once again. Back to, that's Reynosa with it, the logo. To Klaus with 6 on the shot clock. Kiana Klaus finds Minz on the baseline. Minz back to Klaus. Klaus with 1 second, no good. They'll call a foul as well. Oh no, they'll call a shot clock violation. Okay. I was thinking maybe we might see a foul.
I thought maybe she cleared off with her offhand, but now they shot clock violation.
25-9 here on our wicked fast scoreboard with 3:38 left to go. Dogs pouring in some good consistent offense here against Lexington with huge help from the three-point line, hitting 7 so far. And now Phoenix Brown, why not? Add to the count. Airballs it. Oh, it's going to be picked up by Chloe Hanneborg, who then bounces it off of Fabriana Reynosa's leg, so the Dogs will still keep possession. It's a really high IQ play from the freshman of Chloe Hanneborg. Kamensky with the inbounds. Looking, calling for help, throwing it all the way out to Douglas. Douglas thought about the three, drives, kicks to Kamensky. How about another three for Abby Kamensky? No good. Rebounded by Josie Douglas. Now the Dogs look to take over once again. Hanneborg, left wing. She'll fire a three that's blocked by Navoa, and then a foul will be called. The question's going to be who's that against? They're actually going to call that on Kiana Klaus, I think.
I was blocked. I didn't see it.
It was blocked. I don't know.
I saw the block shot, and then when they got in the corner,
I think it's going to go
I didn't have a
against
view.
Klaus, number 24. I think. Oh, nope. Nope, they're going to call against Chloe Hanneborg. First for Hanneborg.
Oh, 2 fouls on the play.
Oh, a technical. Oh, we got a technical foul. The second straight game for the Dogs that they've gotten that a technical has been issued. Of course, Kearney Catholic and Jake Bosshammer got a technical quick in the first quarter, and then a technical foul called against Kiana Klaus. That's her first, so.
And my view was blocked. I didn't see any of that.
And there's Addison Ewing hitting the first technical free throw.
The one disadvantage being on
here on
press row.
Here on press row and the scorer's table. Just a gaggle of bodies near the basketball is another how about Addison Ewing. She's the most, I feel like she's some of the most consistent player on the Dogs. And from the free throw line right there, she keeps it consistent. And North Platte will take over offensively.
Yeah, Addison Ewing tonight, perfect in the interior, perfect from the three-point line, perfect from the free throw line.
Just don't shoot anymore, Addison. Keep it perfect. As Kamensky will get the inbounds with 3:30 left to go. Dogs are now in the bonus with 3:29 left to go. That's a lot of time to get some free throws if a foul is committed. Douglas, top of the three-point line, swings to the left side. Down in the paint, and they go to Ewing. Ewing in a double team to Douglas. Now to Kamensky. Kamensky drives on Mins. Back out to Ewing. Oh, she'll fire another one. No, that one's off the mark.
Announcer jinx
and I was going to say is that's Jocelyn Mintz picking up her first rebound. Hanneborg got her hand on the basketball. Cicero is checked in for Lexington and the Minute Maids, and there's a foul for Chloe Hanneborg. That's one of the things the freshman probably on our list of things to improve on. We love her aggressiveness, but sometimes she get a little too swingy with the reach-ins, and that's a foul, her first. As Katie Titus looks to check in for North Platte. And I say that, and there's a steal by Chloe Hanneborg. Going the other way. Hanneborg lost the basketball, and she'll get called for the travel. And that's also one of the things. When she gets into the open court, her dribbles get a little too high. Of course, as she's making her way down the court, and that's an easy turnover for the Dogs as Hanneborg checks out.
That'll come with time. I love that aggressiveness by Chloe.
And that's one of those things where we're trying to reel in the aggressiveness and the chaotic energy to a focused, positive attack as Cicero now on the left wing, drives past Titus, picks her dribble up. Now it's on the floor. Titus trying to fight for it. It's still on the floor. The Dogs need some help, and it'll be a jump ball that'll go the way of North Platte High School. So once again, the tenacious defense showing some good work. 27-9 is checking in now for the side of
number 15.
Lexington is a number that is not on their roster.
Okay.
Love it. It's my favorite type of player. As Mins, not even on their Max Preps roster either. So a jersey change coming in. I'll go to the scorers table at halftime. But identify as Ewing into the paint, no good. Rebounded by Jocelyn Mins. That's her third rebound. And now at the court comes Lexington.
Addison, I apologize. You're 0 for 2 since I said you were perfect on that.
So Jeff Smeltzer causing some issues there is.
I will take the blame for that. Oh,
Mins
nice block.
with a block by Ewing, and that's going to fall out of bounds. Last touch by the Dogs. So 2 blocks today for
second block. And again, she just went straight up.
No follow through, which is again the main reason for the Dogs getting in foul trouble down in the paint. Navoa down in the paint, guarded by Titus. Now looks to drive in on Titus. Shots up. Oh, it's off the mark, but a foul's called on Katie
with the
Titus.
body on that.
So there's the first foul for Titus today, and with 1:58 checking in now, back again comes Hannah Scharf. I believe number 4 is going to be Sydney Maravilla, I believe.
Free throw's good.
It's the first free throw from Lexington, and Malin Navoa's good, so I believe that is Sydney Maravilla who will be taking on the number 15 jersey. today. As the next one, high in the arc off the backboard. No, Mins gets another rebound. That shot no good. Yin rebounded by Phoenix Brown. 4 rebounds for Mins as that ball's going to go out of bounds, just out of the reach of Abby Kamensky.
Oh, that wasn't deflected?
Didn't look like it. I was going to say that one was mighty close. So the officials say not. And now here come the Minute Maids offense once again. Navoa on the left wing looking for some help. Passes it back and gets it back. And she'll pivot around and now drive into the paint. She'll pick her dribble up to Reynosa on the left wing. Reynosa with 1:40 left to go here in this first half to Navoa. Navoa into the paint. Shot is up. No good. Euling with the rebound. That was close to being a foul, but the Dogs will skip away. And here comes Kamensky going the full length of the court to, how about another Euling 3? Oh, it's money. 2 threes today for Addison Euling, and it's now a 20-point lead for the Dogs. 30-10 on our wicked fast scoreboard. As Maravilla here on the left wing. Picture dribble up to Reynosa. Reynosa to Maravilla. Here on the left wing, getting a screen. Around the perimeter she goes. And it's almost stolen away by Josie Douglas as Reynosa gets it down low to Mins. And there's a bucket for Lexington.
Another good pass inside.
Jocelyn Mins with
Mins is a good ball player.
11 points. She is all but 1 point totaled for Lexington in today's game. 46 seconds is Kamensky around the perimeter now to Phoenix Brown. Brown back to Kamensky. Kamensky into the corner to Douglas. Douglas now will fire for 3. Josie Douglas swinging off the screen. No good, and that's going to be up off the rafter, and that's a turnover for the Dogs. 30-12 on our wicked fast scoreboard with 35.6 seconds left to go. A 0.6 second shot clock, game clock difference here. Navoa passes it back to Reynosa. Reynosa up the court, cross the half-court line. Now trying to eke as much clock away for the Minute Maids so they can get a point here. Mins drive into the paint. And Euling another good block. That's her third. And Mins gets the rebound. Another shot, no good. Rebounded by Euling and the Dogs. And with 15 seconds, here comes Abby Kamensky. Kamensky up the court. Into the paint she goes. And a travel called by Abby Kamensky.
Kind of a Euro step +1.
And that's a turnover for North Platte. As again, they were trying to find the last shot of, or at least a bucket.
Fox into the game.
So Fox checks in for Euling, and with 11 seconds, here comes Lexington trailing by 18. 11.3 seconds. The roll up the court with it. Picked up by Navoa. Now the clock starts. To the far side, Reynosa. She cross-courts it back to Navoa. For 3, she fires. No good. Rebounded by Josie Douglas with 3 seconds. Douglas with 2 seconds. With 1 second, half-court heave. Just short, and that's how we're going to make our way into halftime. Jeff Smeltzer, it was a good first half for the Bulldogs. We talked about how they needed some good, clean, consistent offense, but I don't think we thought it would come from the three-point line today. I believe that's now 8 threes for North Platte High School. It's 30-12 on our wicked fast scoreboard.
They've been hot and cold all year from the three-point line. Tonight's one of the hot nights, and let's hope it continues in the second half. And again, those looks are coming because of some nice drives into the paint or interior passes and kickouts.
I think they might be shooting above 75% from the three-point line so far today.
Boy, you gotta
I gotta get you. I gotta get you that one. I think they missed 3 or 4 in today's game. Potentially. I mean, I'm just
it might not be
spitballing.
as good as you think.
Okay, gosh darn it. But still, I mean, we knew this Dogs team was just like with the boys team, bound to get some scoring luck from the basketball gods, because they have been shooting pretty poor from beyond the arc, not by their own volition, but it just feels like the basketball gods have been eating away at their opportunities.
Nearly 50%, 7 of 15.
Still pretty good there for North Platte High. So with that, we'll also step aside and take a break. We come back, quick stop halftime show right here FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, of course, on our Wild Bills Fun Center live stream.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
You're hungry and you don't want to cook time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has the big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Starting something new can be challenging. At Mid-Plains Community College, we see what it takes to build your dreams and through our educational instruction, make them a reality. Whether you're looking to learn a new skill that can take your professional career to the next level, or you're looking to change your life through our educational offerings, you can build a successful future. Spring registration is open with classes beginning on January 13th. Enroll today and begin transforming your future at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu.
In a lawsuit, a little extra liability protection can go a long way. I'm Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. A personal umbrella policy from American Family Insurance offers $1 million or more of coverage over and above the limits of your auto and home policy. And it's affordable. Contact Justin at the Justin Thompson Agency at 501 South Dewey Street or call 534-2400 today.
American Family Insurance.
The Dogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. Enjoy great food from Merrick's Ranch House. There's 10% off online ordering, and Merrick's offers a 10% veteran and military discount. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington as North Platte High School girls basketball leading the Minute Maids 30-12 after 7 threes have been hit by the Dogs in the first half. Really going on a scoring barrage through both quarters, which I think is the happy part if you're a fan for North Platte High School, is not only are they getting buckets, they're getting clean, consistent buckets, specifically from beyond the arc, and the offense is humming on all cylinders, which I think for the first time this season really sets actually the...
Douglas with 6.
Again, these are our game stats brought to you in part by State Farm agent Bobby Campbell.
Chloe Hanneborg with 4, J.C. Burke with 1. And I think that rounds out your scoring. Good balanced scoring, and it's nice to see 2 in double figures at halftime.
You know, and that's what the Dogs have been looking for. Of course, we know that the top scorers this season for North Platte High are Abby Kamensky and Kiki Williams, both averaging above 10 points per game. The only 2 North Platte players that are averaging above 10 points. So when Kiki went down with that injury early on, a couple weeks ago against Bennington, the question really was going to become how are the Dogs going to respond, offensively. And they have responded in a great way by just getting more players with the basketball. And today it's really working out. 30 points in total for North Platte High. Reminiscent, again, of those first 3 games actually, of the season where we thought, my gosh, this is going to be the Dogs team scoring 64 every single night.
Yep. It's good. And they're getting good looks. And, again, those looks come from sharing the basketball, going inside out, or making that one extra pass. Hopefully that keeps up defensively. They're doing the job on the defensive end with boards, and they've had, I needed to count up the steals, but I bet they've had at least 6 or 7 steals.
They've had a lot of steals, a lot of them coming, of course, from Chloe Hanneborg. But, this is, I think, the first game that we can confidently say since those first 3 games of the season that this team does reminiscent. It just shows the reminiscence of that first 3 games, and that was when the Dogs were really lining it up on the offensive and defensive side of things. So that's a good step in the right direction, though. Of course, you wish it was also with Kiki Williams, just so you can at least feel finally for the first time it feels like this season a full team for North Platte High School, as they've had just little minute injuries all throughout the year that haven't totally affected, shifted the offense or the defense, but it's just another reason of, we're still waiting for that first game where everybody's fully healthy and fully ready to rock and roll.
And I know I didn't get all the turnovers marked down, but I only had them at 4, so they might be at 6, or 7 for the first half, which is manageable.
Yeah.
A good job of protecting the basketball. Because, again, every time you turn the ball over, that's a shot you don't get.
Yeah.
So, super, super pleased with the way they're playing. Keep up the intensity. Sometimes that's a letdown coming out of halftime. Just really get after it these first 3 or 4 minutes. Put it to bed. Bring in – whoops, we got a ball coming our way. Yeah, bring in some of the JV players, let them get some varsity experience. But, again, you got to come out on fire and keep this lead and hopefully increase it.
And, of course, let's jump into our game stats here for Lexington. It's going to be quite short because they have 12 points today, 11 of them coming from Jocelyn Mins. She has 6 rebounds as well to go with it. Malin Navoa has also got 1 point. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line with 2 rebounds. And outside of that, Abrielle Sutton with 1 rebound, Hannah Scharf with a rebound. And that's all the statistics for Lexington here in today's game. So we'll step aside and take a break. We come back, we get into our Owls Lake lock and save keys to the second half and what the Dogs need to do to get this victory. Their first in 8 games. We come back here to Lexington, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a live stream on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Tom plows runs his parking lot on Temperature Tuesdays.
Take that, Snowdrift. With great horsepower comes great responsibility.
Every Tuesday in January, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy fries and a medium drink.
And every Tuesday, the drive-thru will be drivable.
Thanks, Tom. Not all heroes wear capes.
I'm wearing one.
I know. Temperature Tuesdays are back, and Runza makes it all better.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
North Platte Post Sports.
Well, back here to Lexington as we're about to get ready for their second half. Jeff Smeltzer, how about we jump into our Owls Lock and Save keys to the second half here, scaring North Platte and surrounding areas for over 50 years. I mean, offensively, talked about finding some good, clean, consistent offense. They've been doing that, and maybe the motto for the second half is keep that energy up.
Yeah. Start out with intensity for these first 3 or 4 minutes. I'd like to see him go inside to Euling a few times, first couple possessions, see what she can get done. Again, we're talking about it off air. Mins, is it Jocelyn?
Yeah, Jocelyn Mins, 5'10" freshman.
I should have done my homework and looked at the roster beforehand. She's a really good ball player and just a freshman.
And again, those are some good, exciting times for the Minute Maids in their future here. Again, this team is every year just getting stronger and stronger, whether it be by numbers and just sheer talent. So that's what you just love to see because, again, we love to keep, talking about girls wrestling and how it's just really taken off, but that also then just takes away. Really started to kick off as good to see as the 3 on the way to lead off the second half. No good from Klaus, and it's rebounded by Navoa before a foul is called against, I believe, Josie Douglas and the Dogs, as Lexington will start off and a foul for Josie Douglas. I believe that'll be her first foul today.
Good job, Josie, making it all the way to the second half without getting a foul.
Again, every small bit of progress helps as Reynosa with the inbound, looking for anybody. Now Mins wide open in the paint. That shot's up and good, and there she is. We talked about her, Jocelyn Mins. She has all but 1 point for Lexington today. 14 points in total for the Minute Maids. Jocelyn Mins has 13 of them. It's 30-14 on our wicked fast scoreboard in favor of the Dogs as Burke drives in the paint. Now to Douglas. Douglas into the paint she goes, floats one up. Oh, it's off the iron, no good. But somehow J.C. Burke collects the rebound for Chloe Hanneborg 3, no good off the backboard. That's rebounded by Navoa, and up the court come the Minute Maids. Now, here comes, ball in the open court. Somehow is tipped to Kiana Klaus. And now the Minute Maids take over once again, trailing by 16 now, 30-14 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Navoa now to Kiana Klaus. She'll cross court to Reynosa, who cuts into the paint. Reynosa's shot is up, no good. Fought for and rebounded by the side of Chloe Hanneborg, who throws it up to Abby Kamensky. Kamensky navigating through traffic, finds Douglas to Burke. Burke now cross-courts it to the near corner to Hanneborg. Hanneborg back to Burke, to Douglas, to Kamensky. Around the perimeter, she'll start dribbling. 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Dogs. As Hanneborg to Douglas in the left corner. Now to Kamensky with 10 seconds now. To Burke. Burke to Hanneborg with 7 seconds. Hanneborg to Douglas, who'll fire for three. Oh, it's nothing but net. Good passing from North Platte High School results in a three-pointer, their 8th today. As Mintz over to Kiana Klaus on the far end of the sideline. To Sutton down low. Great pass and a great bucket for the Minute Maids. As there's the first for Abrielle Sutton. 33-16, and that's some good forward passing on a full court press. As Hanneborg's shot gets blocked, and now a turnover for North Platte. The other way comes Klaus and the Minute Maids. Navoa now here on the right sideline. Drives past into the paint, and a foul. That one's going to be, don't know about that one against Chloe Hanneborg. A little light.
Yeah.
It's the second for Hanneborg, I think. Actually, it's the third for Chloe, and Katie Titus will check in now for North Platte.
Well, there was contact, not a lot, but
foul is a foul.
Enough to be called.
So that's the third foul for Hanneborg, so she'll be out for a little while as Navoa to Mins at the free throw line. Oh, that one's going to be tipped and almost stolen away by Kamensky or Burke as Navoa drives in on the Kamensky zone defense. Now around the perimeter she still goes. Finds Mins, and it's tipped out of bounds, though, by Josie Douglas with 21 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. The inbound to Abriana Reynosa as Reynosa throwing it all the way back to Klaus, to Sutton at the free throw line. Back to Reynosa. She cross-courts it to Klaus. Again at the free throw line, Sutton. And that one's tipped, almost stolen away by Douglas, and it's off of the fingertips of Douglas with 11 seconds left to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, good ball movement, that possession by the Minute Maids. Good deflection by Josie. 11 on the shot clock for the Maids.
Now Sutton at the free throw line. She'll turn and jump one. No good. Fought for. Picked up by Katie Titus. Titus rips it away and is able to collect her first rebound. And now up the court comes North Platte High. Douglas over to Kamensky on the far side of the wing. Now she'll cross-court it to Burke. Douglas. She'll drive into the paint. Hops. She goes up for the shot. Oh, my good heavens. Almost falls in. I don't know how she was still able to get that ball up into the air as she was losing control of her body. 33-16, the lead for the Dogs with 4:49 as Klaus for three. No good. And Ewing fought for the rebound, but Navoa's going to tip it out of bounds. 33-16.
Come in the Minute Maids. They're coming out playing pretty aggressive here at the beginning of the third quarter.
Giving the Dogs some fits. Yep. And they're doing some good things fundamentally to break down not only the zone defense, but the full court presses. Titus for three. That one's way off the mark. Going to be fought for and rebounded by Navoa. And up the court into a trap. And, a foul going to be called on Douglas. Should be her now second foul.
Yep.
So that's the third team foul for North Platte here in this third quarter. No fouls have been assessed to the Minute Maids. As now to the far side. That was going to go to Reynosa if she was 7-11. As that's out of bounds and a turnover for Lexington.
Bridget Hanneborg was open over there, but didn't catch the ball.
On.
Yeah.
As now Kamensky will slowly take it up the court with 4:20 left to go in this third quarter on our wicked fast scoreboard. Dogs still lead 33-16. Douglas now looking, finds Kamensky in the left corner. She thought about the three, but is guarded by Mins. Now she'll cross-court it to Douglas off the screen. Douglas to Kamensky. Kamensky trying to get it down low to Ewing, but will pivot around the perimeter once more. Finds Burke. J.C. Burke. Gets called for the travel, and that's a turnover for North Platte High. They've been trying to get it down low to Ewing on a couple of occasions, but it hasn't come to fruition as Miriam Tesoro checks in. With 3:58 left to go here in this third quarter on our wicked fast scoreboard. Tesoro now guarded by Kamensky. Dribbles to the right side. Now passes it to Navoa. To the left side, Reynosa to Sutton. At the free throw line, Sutton to Navoa. She cuts into the paint, floats one up. No good. Tipped in the air, rebounded. It was by originally Katie Titus, and then Mins got in there. It's a jump ball, and it falls the way of the Dogs. As a timeout's going to be called by head coach Tyson Hammond with 3:39 left to go here in this third quarter. Timeouts is always brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet beat. Dogs have only scored 3 points here in this third quarter compared to the 4 of Lexington. Yep. So either side really struggling to find any production. But I think for the Dogs, they've just been a little more passive offensively. But also give credit to the Minute Maids defense. They've really picked it up to start this third quarter.
Yeah, I think if you had to judge which team came out with more aggressive nature, it would be the Minute Maids. They came out a little more aggressive, a little more hustle, and giving the Dogs fits.
And so far it hasn't bit the Dogs in the rear end against a more prominent team record-wise. You would really start to see this lead squander down and down. But the Dogs do need to kind of pick it up and play with a little more aggression. And I would say focus, because they looked still good offensively. They just seemed a little too passive around their offensive side here in this third quarter.
Yep. Still like to get the ball to Addison Ewing, maybe.
They've been trying at least, but give credits also to Jocelyn Mins, who is locking down Abby Kamensky. Kamensky on this left wing has been trying desperately to get it down to Ewing, but Mins with some good defense has forced not to.
Ball reversal and have her post up on the other side.
As Kamensky in a quadruple team gets it to J.C. Berg. Now the Dogs offense resets. Here comes Douglas. She'll kick it back out to Katie Titus here on the right wing. On over to Kamensky. She'll fire now her first 3 of this third quarter. That's way off the mark. But Josie Douglas, who goes up and under, no good. Rebounded there by Abrielle Sutton. So, it's stolen away by the Dogs, but no good on the shot from Burke. And here comes Miriam Tercero, pass it over to Navoa. Navoa now on the baseline. Kicks it over to Mins. Mins up and under. She goes no good. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Douglas. And now here come the Dogs. It was going to be a fast break opportunity, but now Douglas has to pick her dribble up, following some great defense from Tercero. And now the Dogs will cross the half-court line, and the offense resets with 2:54 left to go here in this third quarter. Burke on the right wing. Around the perimeter she comes to Kamensky. Off the screen. She's now in a double to Ewing. Ewing now dribbles back out and cross-courts it to Burke. Burke drives past Navoa, who jumped. Little floater short. She's able to collect almost the rebound as Miriam Tercero. That's Reynosa collects the rebound. A little short on the bunny floater from J.C. Burke. As checking back in looks to be Phoenix Brown for North Platte High School.
I like the idea. I like that floater. It was there, just didn't fall.
It's down to the far side. Reynosa with it. Back to Tercero with 15 on the shot clock. 2:16 left to go here in this third quarter. She's able to recollect her dribble and pass it around. Sutton at around the free throw line. Now to Reynosa with 6 seconds. Down low to Tercero. Tercero to Navoa for 3. That's in. The first 3 today for Lexington. And the Minute Maids, as they're now clawing their way back in, 33-19 on our wicked fast scoreboard. As Douglas cross-courts into Kamensky. On the right wing, guarded by Navoa as the offense looks to set up. Checking in again, Phoenix Brown as well as Hannah Sharp. Douglas now to Burke. Burke around the perimeter, trying to get it into a quadruple team, but Katie Titus trying to find the basketball, stripped away, picked up by Reynosa. Here comes a one-on-one fast break between Reynosa and Ewing. She picks her dribble up, in some trouble, picked up by Sutton, and her shot no good, tipped, and saved by the Dogs. And now here comes Kamensky with some speed on the far side. Kamensky takes a hard foul as she tripped, fell to the floor and gets back up. I believe that foul is going to be called against Aylin Navoa, her second, and now here comes the substitutions. As also checking in comes Greta Richterson. But still, the Dogs still trying to find that energy jump starter here in this third quarter.
Yep, come out stagnant. And
as Douglas is able to get the inbounds into Kamensky. Kamensky to Burke on the right wing. J.C. Burke guarded by Reynosa. Great defense by Reynosa. Is in some trouble. She's able to find Phoenix Brown as she drives, kicks it back to Burke. To Kamensky now with 20 on the shot clock for the Dogs. Abby Kamensky, lost the ball for a second, and that's going to go into the half-court setting, picked up by Tercero, and now Tercero tries to kick it into the paint. Fought for, and there's going to be a little bit of collisions out of bounds, but that's going to last be touched by the Minute Maids.
Excellent hustle by both teams that time, sliding into the Minute Maid bench.
33-19 as J.C. Fox will check in for Abby Kamensky. Again, this would probably be the perfect opportunity as Maravilla will check in as well. This would have been the perfect time to see Chloe Hannibord be checking in. course, with her three fouls, you won't be able to. And this is kind of what the Dogs need, is that energy starter.
She thrives in chaos.
She's also the jitterbug. At least gets the offense moving with some speed. So with her out, Dogs need to find some other source as that ball's on the floor. Picked up by Phoenix Brown, and she goes up over 2 defenders and gets her first 2 points today. There's the power of Phoenix Brown.
She's a strong kid.
Just like her sister, as that ball is going to fall out of bounds as Maravilla trying to get it to Tercero here on the near side, but turns it over. Of course, the Brown family, Clancy Brown, wow, she was very good beyond the arc. You get her down in the paint with a head of steam, she will bowl over some kids, or she won't be afraid to use her physicality. And really, that's been picked up for Phoenix Brown here in these last couple of weeks. She's really gotten more confident on the offensive side of the ball.
That's that cowgirl mentality. Cowgirl tough.
Now at the court, here comes Josie Douglas, 35-19 on a wicked fast scoreboard with 26 seconds left to go. J.C. Fox with it to Douglas, and there's going to be a foul on the offensive side, I believe, for Ewing. And that might be the second foul for, actually not going to even give a number out, so.
No, I marked her down for a second one. I don't even know if it was a foul.
I was going to say, something happened down in the paint as Navoa. That's a foul. That's called, I think, on Douglas. That might be her third. And it will be Josie Douglas. So she's picked up after.
Making up for lost time.
I was going to say, after the first 2 quarters of no fouls for Josie Douglas, 3 in this third alone. 35-19 on our wicked fast scoreboard in this third quarter with 14 seconds left as Navoa misses the first free throw. Dogs been outscored here in this third quarter alone, though still with the lead. 14.3 left as Navoa's next free throw up in the air. It's high, no good. Rebounded there by Douglas. And with 12 seconds, here come the Dogs, trying to put some pressure on with time running out. J.C. Fox, and then a travel going to be called against Fox as Tercero got into the face of J.C. Fox, and a travel as Kamensky will check back in for Douglas. 6.2 seconds, they'll
protect her from getting a fourth foul there.
As Navoa kicks it on over to Maravilla with 1 second. Maravilla, no good, as that's a double dribble, and she made the shot, which is the worst part about that. And with 0.1 seconds left to go, there'll be an inbound for North Platte High School as the half-court heave. Oh, that one almost went in, but that's how this third quarter will end for the Dogs. They lead this 35-19. We come back here to Lexington FM 98.1 and 1410, the video live streaming on our Wild Bills Fun Center live stream.
Save money at the Pump and Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with packs for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care. We're the area's premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington. It's a 35-19 lead for North Platte High School as we are entering the fourth quarter here on our wicked fast scoreboard on our WB's Fun Center live stream, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Timeouts is always brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Location 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game, Justin Thompson Family Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service no matter what type of insurance you're looking for. As well as Dr. Chris Kroll and his crew at Kroll Clinic, located at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte, as well as McCook. Dogs with a turnover following the turnover from Lexington with 7:38 left to go. Chloe Handelborg as well as Josie Douglas have checked in, again, both with 3 fouls apiece as Klaus kicks it on out to Mins. Mins around the perimeter to Reynosa. Reynosa to Klaus. The left wing, she'll fire for three. That's no good. What a strong rebound by Novoa. She barrels into Abby Kamensky for the third foul. That one a pretty close and heavily contested call by the fans, but it was a pretty hard contact that left Kamensky sprawling over the floor. But 35-19, 7:16 left to go. Is a pretty lackluster third quarter, you'd have to say, for the Bulldogs after the start they had to the ball game. I say that as Kamensky. Well, you know, I'm the jinx man as that one goes in for the first three for Kamensky in this fourth quarter. The Dogs got off to a nice start, leading 38-19.
I was going to say the Dogs only scored 5 points in the third quarter, and now
got him that might be the fourth for Hanneborg. That is the fourth for Chloe Hanneborg. Now the question is, will Coach Hammond? Nope, Coach Hammond will not keep her in. As here comes Phoenix Brown. Got a couple of them. Of course, we can say might be a little ticky-tacky for a few maybe of Hanneborg's foul, but 4 is not what you want to see to start this fourth quarter, as she has been the jitterbug offensively and defensively for the Bulldogs to at least keep the flow of the offense moving fast.
19-point lead, but you're not out of
trouble as Mins will make the bucket.
See, you're not safe yet.
As there's her three. As Jocelyn Mins on her back trying to keep this game alive for Lexington. She has 16 points as Douglas for three. Almost answered back her own, and then Burke will collect the foul. Off the rebound over the back. That is the second team foul, third for J.C. Burke. And it's 38-22 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard here in the fourth quarter with 6:28 left to go. Reynosa trying to find somebody. He's able to find Mins. Back to Reynosa. She'll at least cross now to the near sideline as up the court go the Minute Maids and the ball. Novoa back to Klaus. To Reynosa on the left wing. At the free throw line to Sutton. Sutton back to Klaus. They try to get it to Novoa. She somehow keeps it alive. Is now in the right corner. Then stolen away by J.C. Burke. Bad pass. And that's a turnover for the Minute Maids. Now up to Burke. Burke now drives in on Mins. Back out to Douglas. Douglas will set for three. It's nothing but net. You give Josie Douglas ample amount of time to get set with the feet, and that three-pointer is super, super deadly.
Yeah, it was a good-looking shot that time. Nice assist by J.C. Burke.
Klaus now to the near side, gets it into Sutton down low. Great passing by the Minute Maids. Now on the baseline with it, Mintz. Back out to Novoa. Novoa drives past Burke. Now gets it and stolen away by Kamensky. She tried to bounce pass it to Sutton, and here comes Abby Kamensky going coast to coast. Abby Kamensky. Energy really picking up in this fourth quarter now for the Dogs as they are trying to put their foot on the pedal, leading by 21 with 5:20 left to go here in this ball game. Klaus on the right wing fires for three. No good, as Douglas will let it roll out of bounds, and the Dogs will have an inbound. So this is a much better start to this fourth quarter for the Dogs offensively.
For sure. Already have 8 points here in the fourth quarter versus 5 for the total
of the third.
Scoring line for the third quarter.
As that's a bad pass by Euling, stolen away by Mins. And now Klaus will fire another three. That's airballed, and that's out of bounds. Turnover for Lexington. Almost doubling again the Dogs their third quarter offensive scoring. 43-22 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard, and now into a double team. Burke needs help. Tries to get it up to Euling. Euling able to get it, throwing it all the way up to Phoenix Brown. Brown into the paint, tries to bounce pass it to Douglas, and it's blocked from behind by Kiana Klaus as she'll find Novoa. Here's a 2-on-2 fast break for the Minute Maids. Into the paint, Novoa goes. She now pivots, then blocked by Euling. That's her fourth block today for Addison Euling. As here comes on the far side, Abby Kamensky. Kamensky gets called for the travel as she runs into Jocelyn Mins. Now a timeout going to be called on the floor by North Platte High. Timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. As well as Zeller Motor Company. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference at Zeller Motor Company? Well, Jeff Smeltzer, it's 43-22 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Dogs looking to progress to their first win in 8 straight games, which is huge for the Dogs as they've just been kind of on a nosedive since the first 3 games of the season. So how much does a win mean for a team that has been struggling to get into the win column since the start?
Huge. It's going to be huge. And they played some really good teams in that stretch. And there were some games that they could have won in that stretch too. So it's going to be nice to get off the snide and get one in the W column.
And of course, I'd say wins fix all the issues, but it is good to finally get a win. This kind of then directs into the boys who are still looking for their first win. A win can really fix a lot of issues and really get a team focused back in the right direction. So
a lot of things that have been plaguing the Lady Dogs are looking like they might be fixed. The 3-point shooting hasn't been consistent this year.
Turnovers and the fouls were the big problems for the Dogs. And so far in these last couple of games, minus the Lincoln Pius game, which I just think is going to be an outlier for the rest of the season, they've done a much better job of holding on to the basketball, but also looking much better driving into the paint.
Yeah.
Again, looking like what they were at the start of this season, where the offense was clicking on all cylinders and you didn't really have to worry about were they going to find any good offenses. Kiana Klaus into the corner now to Mins. Mins on the left drives in past Phoenix Brown. Her floater, wow, another bucket for Jocelyn Mins, having herself a game. She now has 18 total points for the Minute Maids. It's 43-24 as checking in now looks to be Chloe Hanneborg.
Yeah, Mins is definitely one to keep an eye on the next 3 years, and she's just a freshman.
As now Burke on the right perimeter drives and kicks to Kamensky. Kamensky guarded by Mins. Now trying to find some help and will dribble and pass it to Burke with 13 on the shot clock. 4 minutes left to go here in the ballgame. Burke picks her dribble up. Now finds Douglas. Douglas with 6 seconds down low to Brown, and that's going to bounce out of bounds. Last touch by Phoenix Brown. So it took a long time to get the offense and the look they were looking for, but in the end it results in a turnover for the Dogs.
Right idea. She was open underneath there. Just ball hung just a little too long, and the defender got right in her face, and Phoenix knocked it out of bounds.
As Chloe Hanneborg is checked in with 3:48 left to go here in the ball game. 43-24 on our wicked fast scoreboard. It's out the free throw line. Sutton tries to get it down low to Navoa, and it's stolen away by Addison Euling. Now the throw up, and here to Burke. Burke into the paint. Kicks, picked up by Hanneborg. Hanneborg's going to heave one up. No good. Fought for. Rebound on the side by Kiana Klaus, and the other way comes the Minute Maids. With 3:24 left to go on our wicked fast scoreboard. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app yet? Not you're missing out on so much savings with wicked fast. Klaus now to the far side. Reynosa. Sutton at the free throw line. Back to Reynosa on the perimeter. And she'll get it right back down to the paint. To Sutton. On over to Klaus. Klaus with 10 seconds to Reynosa. She drives in the paint. Swatted away by Chloe Hanneborg, but it'll be a jump ball. That'll go the way of North Platte. Oh my, really? Interesting, as that foul will go against Kiana Klaus. She does have a technical in this game, Klaus does, so it's her third foul. 43-24, now 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. As Kamensky going to throw it up to Josie Douglas. As Douglas now Euroing up for the layup, no good. Takes a bad bounce, and it's rebounded by Kiana Klaus. And now here comes up Navoa. Guarded by J.C. Burke on the right perimeter. Now drives on the baseline before a foul is called against Kamensky. I believe that should be the second against Abby Kamensky. With 2:43 left to go here in this ball game. 43-24 the lead for the Dogs on our wicked fast scoreboard. Reynosa with the inbounds. Looking for some action. Now gets it to Mins. Mins from the right elbow gets another one. That is now 20 points for Jocelyn Mins. She has scored all but 6 points for the Minute Maids today. And a foul will be called.
Ooh,
that's going to go against.
Not sure I saw that one, but
Malin Navoa.
Dogs got lucky the foul was called. They're getting ready to turn the ball over on that.
Three team fouls apiece for the Dogs and the Minute Maids with 2:30 left to go in this game as the Dogs will look to slow the offense down and eke away as much clock. Hanneborg on the perimeter. Gets it to a cutting in J.C. Burke in the paint. Blocked from behind by Kiana Klaus, but I love the look offensively to get one of the smaller guards into the paint. As Mins on the left side passes it and stolen away by Josie Douglas. Douglas throwing it up to one. And Chloe Hanneborg. Hanneborg gets the layup and the bucket. Another 2 points for Chloe Hanneborg. It's 45-26 on our wicked fast scoreboard here with 1:56 left to go in the ballgame. Oh, as Hanneborg almost gets another steal. They find Kiana Klaus on the right wing. Back to the free throw line to Sutton. Now Reynosa to Mins in the left corner. Mins drives baseline. Just swatted away. Picked up by Josie Douglas, and then Mins will get called for the foul. And start to see Jocelyn Mins starting to wear out a little bit with how much playing time she's gotten today. I think she's only been off the court for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes max.
I just think one little short rotation she was off.
As checking in now comes Miriam Tercero as she'll check in for Malin Navoa. 1:42 left to go in the fourth, 45-26 the lead for the Dogs as there comes an inbound from Ewing to Burke here on the near side. Burke in some trouble, picks her dribble up. Is able to somehow find Kamensky in the open court. She'll cross the half-court line. Into the corner. They go as Hanneborg. Oh, that's going to be a travel as she was trying to pass the basketball to Josie Douglas back on the perimeter. She was getting a hard closedown on the paint.
Yeah. Jump stops your friend. She kind of got caught in the air on that.
Sutton at the free throw line. Now in a double team. Back out. Here comes a three from Klaus on the way. Oh, it takes a bad couple of bounces before another rebound for Josie Douglas. Douglas filling up the stat sheet once again with 1:11 left to go here in the ball game. Shocked to kind of see the Dogs really still utilize their starters so late in this game. Douglas into the paint. She'll kick it. Oh, trying to get it to a cutting in Addison Ewing, but it's stolen away by Klaus. Now with under a minute left to go. To the far side, Reynosa with it. She'll pick her dribble up. Now to Klaus on the near side. She'll fire for three. No good. Rebounded by J.C. Burke. Burke up the court. Will slow it down. With 45 seconds passed to Josie Douglas at the logo. Now to Hanneborg. Hanneborg setting the offense up, letting things get spaced. Finds Burke, top of the three-point line. Now to Kamensky here on the left wing. Kamensky to Hanneborg with 18 on the shot clock to Burke. Burke now cross courts it to Kamensky to Hanneborg. Hanneborg with 9 seconds. Oh, that's going to go into the half court. That's going to be tipped. So Douglas going to pick it up with 4 seconds. Josie Douglas going to run out of time as they find Hanneborg with 1 second, and that shot goes up for a heave, and that's an offensive turnover possession, but Dogs wasted all 35 seconds, and now a timeout going to be called by.
Good turnovers and bad turnovers, and if you waste 35-second shot clock,
pretty worth it.
With a minute left to play. Yeah, that's a decent turnover.
So that now leaves the Minute Maids with 13.2 seconds left to go here for the rest of the game, which, again, all but ices today's game. So the Dogs will, for the first time since, my gosh, the second week of the season, way back in, what was that, early December?
Yeah.
Since the first week of December, we picking up the victory and find their first victory of 2025. And Jeff Smeltzer, you got to feel pretty happy with how this game has gone for the Lady Dogs today, as they have just been, I think, wow, maybe the score could have been a little bit higher, barring that little slow third quarter. A very, very good offensive day.
Hey, winning's hard. Anytime you can get a W, you just take joy in it.
As Kiana Klaus now will fire another three. No good with 4 seconds. Rebounded by the Dogs, and J.C. Burke. She picks her dribble up to Douglas, and that's how this game will come to an end. North Platte High School continues to trudge its way closer to districts as they win 45-26 here on our wicked fast scoreboard. And as we said, outside of the third quarter, which was probably a little too slow and not as energetic as we were hoping, a pretty good game that I think the Dogs really, really needed after looking okay in the first half against Kearney Catholic and then letting it fall apart in the second.
Yep, and I didn't catch the final score for Lexington. They had wiped
26.
It off. 26, okay.
45-26.
45-26. Yeah, got to be pleased. Outside shooting.
I think they hit 9 of them today. Yeah. If I remember correctly, 9 threes today for North Platte High School, as I get you to do your quick math. But really love what I saw offensively today, and I think it was a good change because we talked about how we felt the Dogs last time out against Kearney Catholic really let their foot off the pedal after that first quarter and allowed Kearney Catholic to get back into this game. I don't really think there was a moment where the Dogs really let Lexington find momentum to get back into this game, maybe outside of a small little 5-point run to start the third quarter.
Third quarter, they may have been outscored by 2, but other than that, it was in control the entire game, and I don't ever get to do this. I'm going to stand up.
Yeah, just ask Jeff Smeltzer. Yeah. Of course, we're here on our new look on the.
Oh, and he's going to leave me hanging. Wow, how rude!
I was going to say is.
See, Lexington people dab me up.
Yes.
There we go.
See, this is the good thing about being on the scores table. Everybody's going to dap you up here.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy for the Dogs. And, again, we talk about how winning can really fix a lot of things mentally and as we're just going to keep getting dapped up. But really good, and I think this is really well needed for the Dogs. Of course, when you lose 8 straight, you can kind of, I wouldn't say lose your way, but you can really struggle to find the positives in a game or really try to find good focus. So now that the Dogs have gotten back to their winning ways, that might help them as, again, they got a tough couple of games going up in the next couple.
Smile when you walk by.
But, again, I think this will go a long way for North Platte High School.
Yeah.
And really lead them into next week, which will, again, still be pretty – because, again, if it doesn't really get – I think we talked about how this game might be their easiest victory, but their best chance at a victory.
There's no gimmies from here on out. We know Sydney is super, super tough every year.
Northwest is really good.
Northwest.
McCook's really good, and then you go to the Scottsbluff Garing tournament where I think – even though I haven't gotten the brackets out, the Dogs will most certainly be the last seed for both the boys and the girls.
Yep. So, again, it doesn't get any easier, but build on this. A win's a win, so it's nice to get a W. And
how
can
they?
hard.
That's right. And how can they transition that into more wins? Because you took that first step, which is good. Now, how can you take that next step without going 2 back?
Well, until late, they were doing really well with the turnovers. They were protecting the basketball. Got a little sloppy in the second half, but for the most part, they protected the ball. That was one of our keys. Rebounding, they did really well against a tall team. The Minute Maids did have some height out there, and they rebounded the ball well. Just keep moving forward. When I look at that, there were some bad shots, kind of off balance shots that probably weren't.
A little too reckless.
Coach Hammond probably wouldn't say that was in the
the realm of what they want.
Yep.
And a lot of them do come off of drives into the paint. The Dogs do sometimes dribble the ball recklessly. And some of that might be the youth, of course, from Chloe Hanneborger made the observation that she dribbles kind of high.
And sometimes they're looking for contact. They don't get it, and they're just left to kind of chuck up a shot there at the end. But, again, this is much better than they've looked the last couple games, so it's nice to get a win, and let's move forward. And looks like Coach Hammond's going to make his way over here.
Yeah, and here's the thing is you don't get that day off like they normally become accustomed to over the last couple of weeks where they play on Thursday, get a day off to at least mentally reset and then go play another game on Saturday. They're going right into a really tough Sydney team that has just been, as always, really, really strong this season.
Yep. So, no rest. Get back at it tomorrow, and let's see if we can put a string together.
Let's see, as we are joined, though, by head coach of North Platte High girls basketball, Tyson Hammond, joins us once again for the first win of 2025, which you love to say. And it really felt like for the first time since the start of the season that everything was starting to look really good, maybe minus the energy to start the third quarter where Lexington went on a little bit of a run. You'd have to be proud of how the team was not only running the offense, but finally we can say the shots were starting to really fall in.
Yeah, I thought in the first half we played pretty decent. We made open shots. We shot it well, and we defensively did a pretty good job. We got a lot of people that are sick right now. We're missing about 5 or 6 girls today from the JV and varsity group. So I thought in the second half you kind of saw that. We were pretty gassed, and being sick was probably a pretty big part of that.
But let's start with that first half. If you told me, as you just did, that they were sick, really didn't look like it. The energy was really popping. The ball was moving really, really well, and the turnovers were at a minimum because, this is not a very small Lexington team when they bring out their starting 5, and the last time you've seen a team maybe of this height was against Lincoln Pius, and that defense gave you guys fits.
Yeah, they play hard on defense. They're a good defensive team. They do a good job of trying to take away the paint and make it hard around the rim. I thought we did a good job in the first half of attacking and kicking and finding open shots and then being ready to hit open shots.
Yep, and then, of course, third quarter came around. As you said, you can really start to see the wear and tear of everybody getting sick. And it doesn't get any easier as you won't have a day off like you've become accustomed to. You'll be taking on Sydney tomorrow night. But really take me through how you feel a win like one tonight can help push the team back in a good direction. We've been on a 8-game losing streak, trying to find your way back into the win column, and you did so tonight. So how do you feel the team's going to they probably react when they go home knowing that they finally got kind of the monkey off their back and are back in the win column?
We've played really well in some of those games. You know, we had a 1-point overtime loss. We had a 2-point loss. We had 2 4-point losses in there, and 8-point. Like, we've had chances to win games. I just told them, all wins are good wins. You got to be excited about them because sometimes you play really well and you don't win. And we had a few games in there where we played really well and we just weren't quite able to get a win against some good teams. Today, I would say we probably didn't play as well as we have in some of those, but we found a way to still win. So you're always excited when you get wins. You learn from it, and you try to take what you get out of it into the next day. And tomorrow, Sydney's a really good team.
Yep.
I think they're 9-3 right now. Coach Shaw's a great coach. He's always got kids that are ready to play, and tomorrow will be a tough one, but we're going to hopefully get some good rest tonight and be ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, and of course you said Sydney tomorrow, and normally you get the games on Thursday and have a day off, so what is the thing you're going to be telling the girls on the short little bus ride back to get them prepped for, again, a really strong 9-3 Sydney team that'll be, of course, at home for you guys?
I'll probably tell them to sleep. This is one of our shorter trips. It's only an hour for us, so that's kind of nice. Hopefully we'll be able to get home at a decent time, and everybody will be able to get a good night's rest. And tomorrow we'll come in for our pregame work, a little shoot around and some scouting report stuff, and then we'll play tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Love to hear it, Coach. Thank you so much once again for stopping on by. Hopefully you and the team can start feeling better for tomorrow's game. I can't wait to see you at home at the gym. So that was head coach Tyson Hammond for the girls as they pick up their first win of 2025. And as he said, a win is a win, and I'm just excited to see how they'll take that win into the next couple of games as they are, again, now 4-8 on the season. We'll step aside and take a break for one more time. When we come back, we'll get you all prepped and ready for the boys' game, which is just around the corner here at FM 98.1, AM 1410. And we go live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
You're hungry and you don't want to cook. Time for Dave's.
You know how it goes. It's 6 p.m. already and nothing's planned for dinner. Let Dave's Place take care of it. With dine-in and carry-out, your family's meal is taken care of.
And Dave's Place has a big game on.
A family atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch all the matchups you want. With homemade pizza, wings of almost any flavor, and nightly drink specials, Dave's Place won't let you down for dinner.
Dave's Place, 1510 East 4th Street, North Platte, or online at davesplacemp.com.
Whoop, whoop.
As your American Family Insurance agent in North Platte, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. Call me at 534-2400 or stop in at 501 South Dewey Street, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to our Quick Stop post-game show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Dogs win 45-26 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Jeff Smelter, let's jump into our game stats brought to you in part by State Farm agent Bobby Campbell. We get you where you're at and she helps you get you where you're at and get you to where you want to be. We'll start with the side of Lexington. Again, they scored 26 points, and 20 of them came from Jocelyn Mins with her 8 rebounds as well. 2 to Abrielle Sutton with her 2 rebounds. Marilyn Navoa also had 1 point to go, and that's all the scoring for Lexington today. Jeff Smeltzer has taken it away for North Platte High School.
How about this?
Hey, I always do that.
All
I
right.
always forget the button sometimes.
You know, that's okay. I had to pick up my stat sheet. It fell on the non-slip,
Oh, no.
the non-slip stick board over here,
no.
so it was stuck. Anyway, 3 Lady Dogs in double figures. Leading the way, Abby Kaminsky with 16.
For the second time recently she's picked up more in double figures, closer to 20 these last 2 games for her.
On 4 of 6 shooting from the three-point line.
Brilliant. Of course, we know she is the Dogs' best 3-point shooter, so it's always great to see her hit that mark every single day.
Yep, really strong night for Abby. Addison Euling, Josie Douglas, both checking in with 10. So again, 3 Lady Dogs in double figures. Josie Douglas had 3 3-pointers. She was 3 for 7 from the three-point line. Addison Euling 2 for 3 to go along with 7 rebounds.
Woo.
Yeah.
So there's some good rebounding for the Dogs today.
Yep. Phoenix Brown, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Chloe Hanneborg, 6 points, 3 steals, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. JC Burke had 1 point, but she filled up the stat sheet other places. 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and assist. And if I get a moment here, Josie Douglas has a huge stat line, so it's going to take me. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rebounds.
Oh, boy.
1, 2, 3, 4 steals. And 1, 2, 3 assists. So a great all-around outing for Josie Douglas.
No kidding.
Yep. Abby Kaminsky, like I said, 16 points. She had 2 assists, 2 steals, and a rebound. So again, a lot to like there from the Lady Dogs. And
they pick up their first victory of 2025. How about that?
That's right.
How about it? So
first of many, I hope.
Well, we hope so, too. But that'll do it for our girls' side of things. Let's move on now to the boys' side. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Boys basketball here on the docket, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
The following is an Eagle Media Sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on NorthPlattePost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course. Premier Toyota. Let's go places. Crawl Clinic Physical Therapy and Athletic Enhancement. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's and Hershey's. Zeller Motors. Bad Apple Repair. Fix your iPhone or iPad. Rooster Roll-Offs, The Gathering Spot, and the Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance. Today's game also brought to you in part by the D&N Event Center, Mid-Plains Community College, Runza, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, Farm Bureau Financial, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment, Larry's Glass, Dave's Place, Puro Clean, Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan, Great Plains Health, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, and Shelter Insurance, Pete Falls and Brent Rogo. Watch today's game live at NorthPlattePost.com. Brought to you by WB's Fun Center and Brigham's. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome back here to Lexington. It's time for some boys action. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live is streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. Jeff Smeltzer, it's the 0-11 North Platte High Bulldogs taking on the 1-11 Lexington Minutemen, and both teams really struggling here this season, or trying to find their way back in the win column. The Dogs had a tough outing against Kearney Catholic, where, of course, they might have had a good little start to their run against Kearney Catholic in that ball game, but just, once again, a terrible start to the second half as things just fell apart, and then the Stars just were able to eke it out from that point on.
Yeah, kind of been the theme for the Dogs this year. They just can't put two halves together. Seems like they're notorious for a 12-point half, whether it's first half or second half. There's always one that kind of bites them, and they're due. They're due to put two halves together, and hopefully it's tonight.
And I think what they're more due for is finally the lid to come off the baskets. You know, we saw the girls finally have that streak come to an end as they put up 45 today off of three-point shooting, to say the least. But the boys team really is in desperate due diligence or need for finally the shots to finally hit the bottom of the iron.
And I've been around these kids enough, and I've watched them. They are good shooters.
And I'm watching them right now through pregame warm-ups, and you know, a lot of them are hitting are hitting threes and hitting their shots. So at some point they got to be due for some good luck and some things to go their way, because it's just felt like the season out of, you know, the depths of the bad zone, as they just haven't really, like I said, haven't been able to put together two clean, consistent halves. Haven't been able to really put together a clean shooting year. I think their shooting metrics are not what you'd expect from a team, or they're not really even in general just shooting well. There'd be free throws from the line, from beyond the arc, in the paint. So at some point they're due for it.
Part of it, they've kind of got that Husker football mentality that of years past, if things don't go their way, they hang their head and just
they let it get to them. They let it get to them. And of course that hasn't been it's only been in the recent games that has started to really put its face forward, you know, more and more often. Because to start this season, they've done a fantastic job of at least keeping the positivity about. But ever since I think that Lincoln Pius game, which again, that's just a team that record-wise is much better than they impose themselves to be.
Yeah.
It just started to, you can see slowly creep in that they're like, what do we got to do to, you know, find some momentum or find things to go our way. And when it doesn't, things then just start to fall apart more and more at the seams.
And a lot of it's youth, being young, you know, just hanging their heads when things don't go their way.
Again, they only have just a handful of seniors, Easton Jones being one of them, alongside
four seniors.
Eli Broman and then Carter Dishman. So it's
and
Alonzo Torres. Sorry. So. And a lot of those, again, as we have talked about all season, have not gotten varsity experience up until this point now. We've gotten to a point in the season where, as Coach Pack talked last week, just got to throw that out the window. It doesn't matter at this point.
You played 11 varsity games now, so you're varsity season. Now, quit using that as an excuse and just go get the job done. So look for good things. Again, much like the girls' game, it might not be the prettiest basketball we're going to see all season.
Yeah, both teams struggling, but
it's going to be competitive, I think.
Same thing. Lexington boys have always, just like the girls, they've been a little more competitive and a little better statistically than the girls have been in the win column over the last couple of years. But North Platte's always come up on top. But these last 3 years since I've been here, they've really, really given North Platte a run for their money.
Yeah, yep. So let's see what happens. Hopefully the Dogs get after it. I hope they want to win. I hope they, you know, this is one that's within reach, within grasp, and let's go out there, play hard, get it done, and get ready for tomorrow.
That's what you'll have to hear. So with that, we'll step aside on our quick stop pregame show. Take a break. We come back. It's time for our Owls Lock and Safe keys to the game and the starting lineups here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live is streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream NorthPlattePost.com.
Tom plows Runza's parking lot on Temperature Tuesdays.
Take that, Snowdrift. With great horsepower comes great responsibility.
Every Tuesday in January, the temp at 6 a.m. is the price you pay for an original Runza sandwich when you buy fries and a medium drink.
And every Tuesday, the drive-thru will be drivable.
Thanks, Tom. Not all heroes wear capes.
I'm wearing one.
I know. Temperature Tuesdays are back, and Runza makes it all better.
New year, new ride. Looking for a car buying experience that's a cut above the rest? Welcome to Zeller Motor Company, where you can experience the difference. With over 30 years of combined sales expertise, Nate and Justin will help you kick off the new year in style with the car of your dreams. And Amanda's 20-plus years of banking know-how makes financing smooth and stress-free. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference? Start the year strong. Visit Zeller Motor Company today and drive away with confidence.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to Lexington. The Minutemen taking on the Bulldogs here in basketball action. The 1-10 Lexington Minutemen taking on the 0-10 North Platte High Bulldogs. Well, Jeff Smeltzer, let's jump into our Owls Lock and Safe keys to the game, securing North Platte and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Dogs looking for their first win this season. Have a good chance here against Lexington. Offensively, what do they need to do to secure that first win? And also, what do they need to do defensively?
Well, as always, going to sound like a broken record. Cut down on the turnovers, protect the basketball. You know, again, we talked about that last week. Going into last week's game, they were averaging about 25 turnovers a game, and I don't think they did much to improve upon that. So,
I think 26 is their season average, which is absurdly high, even for high school standards.
You know, 25, if you cut that in half and it was only 12 turnovers, so that gave you an extra 12 to 13 possessions. You make 40% of those shots, which isn't good, but that's what they're shooting. You know, that's almost 5 baskets. That's another 10 points a game that you
Plus
make.
the free throws. They had a lot against Kearney Catholic that, once again, just like the girls, didn't really fall into the basket, which was just, at that point, again, 3 points just being left on the board for North Platte High. And you hope to see that cleaned up. Of course, it's tough to say cleaned up when you got, of course, be a proficient free throw shooter to begin with. But at least for the Dogs, there is an avenue to where they can get things going, because we've seen it already. We've seen the setup for a good game. It's just, can they transition that setup into a strong second half? Because that's really where the wheels have always fallen off the wagon, is in the second half. And whether that be just because of energy or what, but they always just seem to come out flat in the second half.
Yeah, and rebounding.
Yes.
You know, whether they're going to come out in a zone or a man defense, box out. It's a little extra effort, work hard, get that rebound.
Well, that's going to be a little different, as again, Carter Dishman not starting tonight, so the lineup's going to look a little different. So how about we jump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup, as we Double Dips Ice Creamery in our historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways, as it looks like we will be having the national anthem now for this one. So with that, we'll step aside and we'll take a break. When we come back, we will have the start of today's ball game right here on FM 98.1 AM 1410 and video live streaming on again on our WB's Fun Center live stream at northplattepost.com.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Pregame's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Pregame's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Buying a car is not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. A quarter of a century. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in the North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. See Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com, just south of I-80, North Platte.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Attention North Platte and surrounding
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome everybody back here to Lexington. It is time for our Double Dip Size Creamery starting lineup. Double Dip Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Jump onto the side of the Minuteman. Tyler Thorell, the 5'11 freshman, gets to start alongside Cannon Seam, the 6'1 junior. Bryant Truax, the 6 foot tall sophomore, gets to start alongside Carlos Martinez, the 5'11 senior, and then Seth Rhea, the 6'4 senior. So pretty tall matchup for Lexington all around. Got a lot of youth on their side as well. So Jeff Smeltzer, take it away for North Platte High's starting lineup.
All right. Dogs also going a little young. Logan Hayes, 6'2 sophomore. Sam Euling, 6'2 junior. Easton Jones, the 6'5 senior. Eli Broman, 6 foot senior. And rounding out the lineup, 6'3 sophomore Jake Kincaid.
So for North Platte, again, looking for their first victory this season. Minutemen looking for their second of the year. It's going to be a tough matchup for either side just because they play so hard in everything. So for North Platte, look for, I think, them to come out of the gates firing. They've always been a good team when it comes to starting the game really well. It's just, can they continue to find that good forward momentum on the offensive side of things?
Yeah, and again, I don't want to sound negative. They've done some good things in the weeks past.
Yes, it just gets undone in the second, which is sometimes you say the word's disappointing because, like, we see how they look, they can do things. In the first half, looks sometimes so good and so positive, and then it just falls apart in the worst way in the second.
They get a little rattled with some turnovers, and one turnover leads to another, which
leads to then an 8-point swing, and then they think, oh, that's the end of the. There it is, right there. So here we go. Is Seth Rhea will be taking the jump alongside Caleb Kincaid, as that will go the way of the Minutemen, and now up the court they go. Here to start this ball game out, 1-11. The Minutemen are compared to North Platte High, who are 0-10 as well. Now driving in, going to kick a seam, as that's no good, and it's a strong rebound for Easton Jones. And up the court comes North Platte High with 7:41 left to go on our wicked fast scoreboard. And now Logan Hayes on the right wing, guarded by Truax. Now to the far side, Kincaid. Kincaid to Eli Broman. Broman guarded by Martinez. Back to Kincaid. 17 on the shot clock for the Dogs. They find Sam Euling. Euling around the perimeter. Now guarded by Martinez to Easton Jones with 10 on the shot clock. Jones now looks to drive on Seth Rhea. He'll float one up. He misses it. Great putback, though, on the side by Sam Euling. And the Dogs will strike first here in this game. 2-0 on the wicked fast scoreboard.
Good look by Jones. Missed, but a great rebound by Euling and putback.
As now with it comes Seam. He'll kick it back down to Rhea. Rhea shot up. No good, but a foul called. It's going to be a tough matchup down low for Jake Kincaid, as once again he will draw the tallest matchup of Seth Rhea. That's the first foul for Sam Euling in today's contest. As Rhea will go to the free throw line for the first time, but you feel a little bit for Jake Kincaid as he's just always having to draw the toughest of matchups as Rhea misses the first one.
Yeah, I don't know what... Is it Ray or Rhea?
I think it's Ray, sorry.
Okay. Is it 6'4", 6'5"? What's
6'4".
he listed? 6'4".
As next free throw for Ray, no good, and now the other way with it. Here comes North Platte High, leading 2-0 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Jones now with it. He pumps and looks to pass the ball. Finds Eli Broman in the right corner. Broman jab stepping. Now to Kincaid. Kincaid directing traffic with 20 on the shot clock. Finds Logan Hayes. Hayes will think about driving. He spins. He floats one up. No good, but a late foul will be called. And there's Logan Hayes, who's been a starter for North Platte for the last couple of weeks, as Bryant Truax will get the first foul. He's been a starter for these last couple of games and really love the energy he brings in terms of finding points in the paint from the guard position as he'll go to the free throw line. He'll nail the first one.
Improves on his 72% free throw shooting on the season.
I think that's the best on the team, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think there might be
Logan
somebody
Hayes?
that was 3 for 4, but
and
those that play, yeah.
Yeah, at a consistent pace is he'll go 2 for 2. I think that's the first time we've seen that in quite a while.
Yeah, ladies take note.
At the far side, Thorell lobs it up now. It's going to be picked up by Truax all the way down to Martinez. Martinez on the baseline. Up he goes. No good. Fought for. Last tipped out of bounds by the Dogs. And
well, did you notice a little press that time?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Of course, we talked with head coach Jimmy Pack last week, and he thought about adding a little more press situations. And
that might be in his bag.
And he said that the reason why, of course, is they don't have a lot of players. Is that one stolen away by Easton Jones? A lot of players that fit the specific need for a press in terms of speed. But with the lineup they're going today, with a kind of quick small ball lineup, you might be able to get away with that for North Platte High, leading 4-0 on our wicked fast scoreboard. As Logan Hayes in the right corner needs some help. Finds in Jake Kincaid. Kincaid guarded by Ray. Now gets it down low to Jones. Jones guarded by called against Easton Jones, it looks like. As it's 4-0 on the wicked fast scoreboard in favor of North Platte High with 5:56 left to go. Now cross-court on over to Truax. Now going to be picked up on the side by Seam. Seam is stolen away, though, by Easton Jones, and up the court come the Dogs. Jones on the right wing will slow it down and step back and find Sam Ewing. Ewing to Hayes. He'll pull up for 3. Logan Hayes, nothing but net. Dogs with a 7-0 start with 5:35 left to go here in this first quarter.
Dogs, he's left-handed.
As down low, Martinez goes with a one dribble. Crosses it back out to Seam. Out to the far side. Deep 3 from Truax. It's in. Bryant Truax gets his first 3 points today. First 3 for Lexington at 7-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard with 5:14 left to go. The handoff now to Hayes. The handoff to Ewing. Ewing to Broman. Broman now to Easton Jones. Jones to Kincaid. He'll drive into the paint. Kincaid, head down. It's in from Jake Kincaid. And a timeout quickly called by Lexington. 9-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard with 4:59 left to go. There is a good couple of offensive possessions for North Platte High.
Yep, good offensive possessions and full court press. Trying to slow them down a little bit. They're not trying to create any steals. I don't believe. They're just trying to slow down Lexington, make them think about it a little bit. Lexington did a good job of sending 2 players deep, clear to their end of the court, which makes it tough for the Bulldogs to trap because then there's a number situation. So I like how the Dogs are coming out, and let's keep it up. Keep up this energy.
And for one thing, knock on wood, shots are starting to fall. Logan Hayes, a big 3 in the far corner, and there's some good penetrations into the paint that have resulted in nice layups for North Platte. Leading 9-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group, securing North Platte and the surrounding areas. For more, check out his location, Fortified Group.
I like this. I would only
21 South Dewey. Sweet Pete.
I think you could cover them both with one player, but they're going to send 2 deep.
So the inbounds from the Minutemen to the near side with it. Up the court comes Truax. Bryant Truax lost the basketball. Picked up by Eli Broman. Broman now to Logan Hayes on the left wing, and they'll pass it back to Broman, and the Dogs will reset offensively. Jones at the top of the three-point line, guarded by Ray. Now to Ewing. Kincaid, right corner, as here comes a substitution. Esteban Colon will check in, as there goes Logan Hayes into the paint, no good. Second rebound for Seth Ray, and then that full court pass is stolen away by Eli Broman. And the Dogs will start once again offensively, leading by 6. 9-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard with 4:25 left to go. Jones picks his dribble up to Kincaid. He'll drive into the paint on Truax. Picks his dribble up, now in some trouble, finds Logan Hayes with 16 on the shot clock. Hayes into the paint. He'll go up with a floater. Oh, Logan Hayes.
Pretty.
What a great start to the game Logan Hayes is having. It's 11-3. Now the lead for the Dogs. Truax Up the court, gets right past Logan Hayes. Into the paint he goes. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Logan Hayes, and here comes Jones the other way for North Platte High. Jones will slow it down as he found no outlet pass and picks his dribble up to Logan Hayes, top of the three-point line. Now on over to Broman on the left wing. Broman in the corner to Kincaid. Kincaid looking around, finds Easton Jones on a nice bounce pass. Jones on the baseline, floats one up, no good. Looking for the foul, won't get it. Strong rebound for Bryant Truax, and the other way comes aside to Lexington. Three on the way from Thorell, no good. Fought for, rebounded by Cologne, but Eli Broman is the one to officially pick it up. Now the outlet pass to Logan Hayes. Hayes now to Easton Jones. Jones on the right wing, guarded by Ray, gets a screen. He'll cross over into the paint, pick his dribble up to a backdoor cutting Logan Hayes, and then a foul called against, I believe, Ray. And with that, he'll shoot two. He's 2 for 2 at the line, and man, what a way this offense is looking for North Platte.
Well, Smeltzer can't check in for Dishman because they're going to come in together.
Well, now the newest addition is Carter Dishman as well as Jared Smeltzer are checking in for the Dogs. As Logan Hayes at the free throw line fires. Oh, he misses that one short. Cologne will be checking in as well as Josiah Adams. Carter Dishman for Sam Euling. As Smeltzer's going to check in for Logan Hayes. 11-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Don't know how I feel about the subtraction of Logan Hayes.
No, he's been hot.
Well, he's been hot, so you wish they'd keep him out there a little longer, but
it might be a quick blow and he'll come right back in for somebody else.
As there's the 12th point for the Dogs. Another one for Logan Hayes. Man, he's almost close to double digits already, Mr. Smeltzer.
Yep.
And as now up comes Esteban Cologne for Lexington. 12-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. To the far side it goes to Truax. Actually, correction, that's going to be Seam. Seam picks his dribble up. Now to Thorell. Thorell over to Cologne. Cologne guarded by Smeltzer. Into the paint he goes. Stops, pivots, passes it to a cutting baseline Seam, and then foul is going to be called on Easton Jones, I think. It will be against Jones.
That's 2 on him.
So there goes Easton
Hayes
Jones.
Is right back in.
Well, there's what we wanted, but maybe not for Easton Jones, as Jones is their best playmaker the Dogs have. 12-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard as the inbound goes to Cologne on the left wing. He'll float one, no good. Tipped and rebounded by Logan Hayes, and now to Smeltzer, and here comes the offense for North Platte High School. Eli Broman on the left wing. Now goes into the corner, to the baseline and in the paint to Kincaid. Kincaid to Logan Hayes. Hayes drives in a double team to Kincaid. Now to Eli Broman, who pumps with 20 on the shot clock. To Kincaid. He'll fire and pull the trigger for 3.
Improves on his 40% three-point shooting.
Kincaid with another 3. He's really been heating it up in the second half of the season, and it's been a beautiful shot. 15-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard as Muhammad Osman will now check in. As Osman will now sub in for, I believe, Josiah Adams, who checks immediately out. There'll be a white ball on the far sideline. 2:14 left to go on our wicked fast scoreboard. 15-3. A throw all the way up, into the backcourt for Tyler Thorell. As Thorell to the right side goes, gets a screen. Thorell into the paint, hop steps and floats one up. No good. Strong rebound by the Dogs as Logan Hayes got a tip on it, and it's stolen from behind by Ray. And now here comes the other way, the Minutemen once again. Osman kicks in the corner to Cologne. Esteban Cologne can't find anything, back to Osman. Now checking back in comes Bryant Truax. Osman in some trouble, able to find Ray. Now looking for help. Osman almost lost it. He's on the right wing. Osman now drives into the paint, picked up by 2-dog defender. To Thorell for 3. That one's off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded there by Eli Broman. And actually, correction, that's Logan Hayes, and the Dogs will move up the court. They get it down low to Carter Dishman. Dishman now to an open 3 from Kincaid. No good. And that one's going to be a foul on Carter Dishman. Dishman, a wide open look down in the paint.
Yeah, when he had that entry, if he just would have turned.
He thought he had somebody on his back end, and unfortunately, because of that observation, he passed it out to at least an open player.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Still, that would have been an easy 2 points as it's 15-3 as Bryant Truax is checked back into the ballgame. Cologne on the right side of the wing with 1:18 left to go on our wicked fast scoreboard here in quarter number 1, guarded by Jarrett Smeltzer. Now tries to get it down low to Ray and does so, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
Big Dish taking the
and
charge.
There's the big man against Little Esteban Cologne, the 5'9 senior. Carter Dishman taking a charge.
Carter.
I think that's the second time in the most recent game that we see Carter Dishman hit the floor. And with 1:08, here comes Jared Smeltzer up the court for the Dogs. Top of the three-point line. Now gets the screen. He'll step back. Now to Logan Hayes. Hayes passes to Alonzo Torres, who has checked in. Kincaid around the perimeter, in some trouble. Drives on Esteban Cologne. Now to Smeltzer, as that one's saved by Dishman. Smeltzer now fires just inside the three-point line. No good. Oh, there's Alonzo Torres flying in, and there's going to be a jump ball that'll go the way of North Platte. Torres barreling his way into the paint. Almost got the rebound, but the Dogs will still keep with it with a jump ball.
Okay, 45 seconds left play, first quarter.
Logan Hayes will have an inbounds, and
checking the shot clock there.
So
full 35.
So full 35 has been reset. 15-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Kincaid gets the inbounds, top of the three-point line. Now looks to drive it on Osmond. Tries to go behind his back. Wow, he's in a tough position. Jake Kincaid with a turnaround jumper.
Wasn't the easiest of shots, but it went in. Nice job, big fella.
17-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard with 30 seconds left to go. About a 1 second shot clock, game clock differences. I think we're going to check in is going to be Caleb Odell. As Truax now on the right side, guarded by Logan Hayes. Great defense from Hayes. Truax now tries to get around him, can't do so. He's in the paint, floats one up. It's no good as Kincaid fights for the rebound with 9 seconds. Passes up to Logan Hayes with 6 seconds. Hayes with 3 seconds. He'll fire a transition three. That's off the mark. Ray will get the rebound. He'll huck a half-court heave that is short. And that is how this first quarter comes to an end for North Platte High. 17-3 the lead, Jeff Smeltzer. When we come back here, Dogs leading the Minutemen 17-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Are foot and ankle problems slowing you down? At Great Plains Foot and Ankle, they specialize in treating turf toe, sprains, fractures, Achilles tendon injuries, and sports injuries to your foot or ankle. Their expert team provides personalized care and top-notch orthotics to get you back on your feet. Don't let pain hold you back. Visit Great Plains Foot and Ankle and step into comfort. Call them today at 308-532-3600 or visit gpfootandankle.com. Great Plains Foot and Ankle, your step towards better health.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington. Jeff Smeltzer, Dogs 17-3 lead at the conclusion of quarter number one on our wicked fast scoreboard. As always, our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann with the Fortified Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. Also, thank you to The Gathering Spot, a home for all gatherings, place for baby showers, wedding showers, birthdays, anniversaries, family reunions, and so much more. As well as Bad Apple Repair. From cracked screens to busted speakers and even those stubborn charging ports, they got you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service at Bad Apple Repair. 17-3, Mr. Smeltzer. Dogs look good in that first quarter.
Yes, they did. Shots were falling. We talked about they got to fall one of these days.
As a bad pass from Martinez is intercepted, and here comes Easton Jones as he'll step it back, and the offense will reset for North Platte High School. Almost got away.
They had some open trailers on that.
As cross court to Caleb Odell. He's been a hot trigger for the Dogs this season. He hits another one. Caleb Odell, he's got his first three. It is 20-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. North Platte leading Lexington with 7:13 left to go on our wicked fast scoreboard in the second quarter. The baseline goes C. He'll pass it down low to Martinez as Easton Jones. Oh, no, Jones is going to pick up his third foul. That looked like all ball.
If anything, I thought it was Odell.
Oh, it's going to be Logan. No, it's going to be Easton Jones. It's his third, and that'll end it for Jones for that rest of the half. Unfortunate for Easton Jones. It looked like he got all ball on that. As there goes Coach Pack having a word with the head official.
I thought maybe Caleb had reached in there, but I did not think it was Jones.
So to the free throw line goes Carlos Martinez for the first time today. Again, set 20-3 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Jake Kincaid has checked back in as that one reached almost the bottom of the net and then toilet bowled back out.
Probably made 2 rotations around and didn't go down.
So Kincaid checks in, 20-3 on the wicked fast scoreboard. So that'll be the end of Easton Jones for this second quarter. At that time, Martinez will hit the free throw, his first today, and it's 20-4. Now checking in for Martinez goes Esteban Colon. As now the inbound for North Platte High is Logan Hayes will get the inbound. 7:06 left to go here in this second quarter on our wicked fast scoreboard. Hayes crosses the logo. Now we'll pass it to Kincaid here on the right side of the wing. Kincaid drives in, and a foul is going to be called. First team foul today is Cannon Seam will be picking up the foul. 6:55 left to go, a 20-4 lead for the Dogs. Inbound to Kincaid, that's blocked from behind and stolen, and here come the other way, Thorell and the Minutemen. Thorell steps back, cross court's not over to Seam. Seam now to Cologne, guarded by Odell. Around the perimeter he goes. Looking for some passing lanes. Down low to Ray. Much smaller matchup for Ray, and he can't get the shot to fall. That's rebounded by Logan Hayes. Man, Logan Hayes might be at his 5th rebound in today's game. It's Alonzo Torres. Now to Logan Hayes on the right wing, guarded by Truax. To Kincaid as he spaces things against the offense set up. Calling for some help. Hands it off to Logan Hayes. Hayes around the perimeter. Now to Odell with 16 on the shot clock. Hayes gets it. Hayes now into the paint. Spins around, looking for some help to a cutting Alonzo Torres. He floats one up. Oh, Alonzo Torres. Beautiful cut on the baseline from Torres, and he gets his first 2 points. It's 22-4 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Thorell way down low. Ray. His shot goes up, and it's in.
Yeah, it looked close to a travel by Seam before they got the pass down there, but nice finish by Ray.
Hayes cross courts it to Odell. He'll pull the quick trigger again. It's off the mark. Tipped, and Ray kicks his rebound up, and now the other way he goes with it to Cologne on the far side of the court. 22-6 on our wicked fast scoreboard. As checking in now comes Jadon Sandoval. As a shot no good, but a foul's going to be called against, I believe that'll go the way of Jake Kincaid. Second team foul. As on hurt Sandoval will check in. At the free throw line goes Cannon Seam. As checking in comes Euling as well as Jarrett Smeltzer. So that'll end Caleb Odell's stint, and also Alonzo Torres, but a good stint for Odell as well as Torres.
Torres checks out with 2 points. Nice finish underneath.
Odell's got a 3 to his name as well. 22-6 on our wicked fast scoreboard. 5:29 left to go in the second quarter. Seam makes another free throw. No good. Rebounded strongly by Ray. The kick out now to Seam. He hop steps, floats it, short, tipped, and rebounded there by the side of Sam Euling as Logan Hayes swatted it out of the hands of Seth Ray, and now the other way come the Dogs. Smeltzer, he'll fire a corner 3. Oh, it's popping the ball, Jeff Smeltzer. It's 25-6. First 3 points for Smeltzer. And now here comes Seam the other way. He'll pass it to Truax. Truax to Sandoval. He'll drive on into the paint from the left elbow. No good. Great box out from Eli Broman. And that's a rebound for North Platte High. Smeltzer here to the near side with it. Steps back, guarded by Seam, gets a screen. Smeltzer into the paint to Broman. He'll fire for 3. Way short, and it's rebounded there by Bryant Truax, his first. The half-court heave all the way up to Ray, and he'll miss the bunny, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
That's
poked out by the Minutemen.
Seth Ray tried to float one up, doesn't get it. Now checking in comes Muhammad Osman. An easy bunny for the Minutemen. Don't fall on the cherry pick the other way. 25-6. Our wicked fast scoreboard is here comes Jarrett Smeltzer up the court.
1-3-1 zone.
The lob under Euling in the right corner. Down low to Kincaid.
They're going to try and trap
to Broman. He'll fire for 3. Oh, no good. Fought for and rebounded by the Minutemen. They'll have a fast break opportunity maybe as Truax into the paint he goes, and a foul will be called against Eli Broman.
Probably not a bad foul. They had numbers that time, so Make them earn it.
As Bryant Truax will go to the free throw line. That's against Eli Broman, I believe his first. And third team foul for the Dogs with 4:16 left to go here in this second quarter. And our scoreboard sponsor today, Wicked Fest. We downloaded the My Phillips 66 app yet? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast as Truax collects his 4th point today.
Okay, one more coming for Truax.
Next one. Oh, no good, and that's a rebound for Jake Kincaid. He's now looking to check back in. Comes Martinez for Lexington. Smeltzer now cross courts it to Jake Kincaid. Again, that zone defense put on by the Minutemen. Cross court on over to Smeltzer. Oh, he tried to get it down low to Broman, but that's a turnover by Mr. Thorell. And the other way comes the side of the Minutemen in Lexington, and that's a travel. Going to be called
I can see the idea. He just wasn't there, and Dogs have been doing a good job on the turnovers. I apologize. I haven't been keeping track. That might have been the first one.
That might have been I'm not even kidding. That actually might legitimately have been the first one. As Jared Smeltzer will take it up the court, 25-7 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard with 3:54 left to go here in this before the half. Hayes, now guarded by Seam again. This 1-3-1 zone defense to Smeltzer. He'll pull the trigger on a three. No good. Great rebound by the side of Kincaid before a foul will be called. 4th team foul for Lexington.
Nice skip pass that time. The three-pointer was there, just didn't go down.
For Sandoval. Again, it's got to break down this 1-3-1. A lot different from either a 2-3 or a 3-2. So Dogs have seen it, I think, already this season as Smeltzer in the right corner to Hayes. Hayes guarded by Truex in the paint to Kincaid. Kincaid now looks to drive in. Kincaid floats another one up. It's short. Rebounded by Osman. And now the other way comes Lexington with 3:29 left to go here before halftime. Martinez now with the basketball. Passes it to Seam at the top of the logo. Now to Sandoval. Oh, Smeltzer almost got the steal, but good hold by Sandoval. Martinez now hop steps to Truax. Truax deep three. No good. Strong rebound by Eli Broman. Good defense for North Platte High. Smeltzer now in some trouble. Almost got trapped. Scoots around the trap. Finds Broman. Broman cross-courts it into the paint down low. That's Jonathan Ranke who is checked in, and then there's going to be a foul called on Sandoval as Ranke snuck his way in. As here comes a lot of substitutions checking in. Tyler Thorell as well as Seth Ray. And then Sam Ewing checks in for Jake Kincaid. So Dogs going a little small here against Ray.
So that's 11 Bulldogs take that back. 10 Bulldogs that have played.
25-7 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Smelter a double dribble as I thought he got tipped away.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't see it. I thought defender tipped it, but that's the call and move on.
There's a second turnover for the Dogs today with 2:52 left to go here in this first half. A 25-7 lead for North Platte High School. Into a triple team. His shot is up. No good. Strong rebound by Ray, and he puts it back up and in. 4 points for Seth Ray with the putback. It's his 4th rebound, and it's 25-9.
Yeah, when you have 3 defenders down there on the baseline, somebody went right down the middle, and nobody got a body on him. He got the rebound.
Smeltzer top of the three-point line with it to a triple team. Hands off to Ewing. 12 on the shot clock. Smeltzer picks it back up. 10 seconds to Hayes. Hayes drives into the paint. Hayes no foul. Stolen and picked up by Ewing. Takes a couple bounces. No good. Ranke tries to get the rebound, but Ray gets it, and up the court comes Lexington. Seth Ray with it. Now on over to Martinez. Martinez cross-court to the seam on the right wing. 1:50 left to go here. And then a foul going to be called against the Dogs. 4th team foul. So that goes.
That's
Sam Ewing.
One flaw with letting them get the baseline when you don't have help because they cleared out for him. They took 4 players to one side and cleared out. Got to the baseline, and Sam had to foul because there's no help there.
Truax around the perimeter now with the basketball, guarded by Hayes. Will find Martinez, top of the three-point line. Drives it on Broman. Can't get much. Lost the basketball for a second. Martinez needs help. Finds Seam with 25 seconds left to go in the shot clock. 1:34 left to go in the half. Seam tipped in the air. Somehow it's found in the arms of Martinez. Ball is still on the floor, and Jared Smeltzer is there to put his hands on it, and that'll go the way of North Platte High School. 25-9 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Dogs doing a pretty good job of holding things together with Easton Jones out with 3 fouls. And we'll have a timeout on the court by head coach Jimmy Pack. And timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. But North Platte doing a fantastic job of holding it together. Again, of course, with their real true initiator on the offense, Easton Jones, not being there, and really doing a good job of limiting Seth Ray, who is, again, the tallest guy on the court right now at 6'4".
Yep.
He's got 6 points right now. Excuse me, he has 4 points right now, but Dogs have done a good job neutralizing him and at least staying afloat offensively.
Yeah, and 2 of them came on a putback rebound when the Dogs had to stop a driving baseline attacker, stopped him, and then he just came right down the middle. There was nobody there to block him out because they were all paying attention to the driving Minuteman. But anyway, good job by the Dogs. Let's finish it out strong. 17 points in the first quarter, only 8 here in the second quarter.
But that's with also foul trouble to Easton Jones. And while the Dogs, again, have been staying afloat here in this second quarter, it's very understated how much Easton Jones means to this offense, not just as a scorer, but just as an initiator of the offense. He does so much to draw so much attention to allow the other Dogs.
Looks like it's going to be a full-court trapping man.
As that one is, steal, but a foul going to be called on Tyler Thorell, his first. It's the 4th team foul for Lexington.
Next one, they'll go to the line.
And they'll probably go back to their 1-3-1 zone, which so far has been pretty effective versus North Platte High School ever since being put in the second quarter. Roman looking, finds Alonzo Torres in the left corner. He throws it up, picked up by Sam Hewlett to Hayes. Hayes drives into the paint, lost the basketball. It's on the floor, picked up by Martinez, and now the other way comes the side of Lexington. Martinez, no good. Ray again with the rebound, goes up strong with it and gets the bucket. Seth Ray now really going with it. 6 rebounds,
he didn't
6
even
points.
jump on that one.
As Smelter cross courts it to Ewing. Ewing in some trouble, throws it all the way up in the corner to Hayes. Now to Smelter. He's now trapped almost for a second, finds Ewing. Now into the paint to Torres at the elbow. Torres kicks, now to Smelter. He'll fire for 3. It looks good for a second, but off the mark. Tipped by Alonzo Torres. Ewing collects it. And back to Smelter, to Broman. With 40 seconds on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. Ewing to Hayes. He'll pull the trigger. No good short. Tipped again. That should go out of bounds. Last touched. By the Dogs and Sam Ewing. to 11. Now on our wicked fast scoreboards, I'm going to update the score a little bit here. Missed some of them. 25-11. Dogs lead slowly slipping away here in this second quarter. As up now to the far side goes Thorell. He's going to try to use as much clock as he can.
He's left-handed. Keep him right. There you go.
As there he goes in the paint. Thorell kicks it to Ray down low. Ray in a double team goes through 2 defenders, gets the rebound. Another one by Seth Ray, and he gets it. That's now 8 points for Ray. The kick now to Ewing. Ewing with 6 seconds to Broman. Broman now cross-courts it on over to Torres. Torres goes up with the shot. No foul call, and that's how this first half comes to an end. That was mighty close to at least drawing a foul on that shot. He landed where the shooter was, but
there was contact, but
we still go into halftime with the Dogs leading 25-13. So it was a pickup of 10 points for the Minutemen in this second quarter.
The Dogs 10-8 in the second quarter.
But again, Easton Jones was out for a majority of it with his 3rd personal foul. Is still 0 points for Easton Jones today, but Dogs looked a little stagnant in the second quarter. Shots weren't falling, but I think how much of that could be attributed to the switch to the 1-3-1 zone.
Didn't get the turnovers, but they were making the Dog make the extra passes and having to shoot at the end of the shot clock. And again, on the defensive end for the Dogs, there are just too many rebounds and putbacks by Ray. Just using his height in there. Dogs have got to get a body on him and keep him off the boards.
And it's really, it is super tough. If we sit there and say it's easy to put a body on him, but man, when he towers at 6'4", and your tallest member without Jake Kincaid out there is probably 6'1", 6'2", it is a tall order ask.
Yeah, and Torres drew the assignment there towards the end, and he's given up 4 or 5 inches. So
we'll see what they can do in the second half. It really, I think, all depends on if Easton Jones can keep himself out of foul trouble, because when he is on the floor, that does require a lot more tension drawn his way for the Minutemen defense. So we'll see what can happen. There's still a lot of game time left to play, so we'll step aside, take a break here. Quick stop, halftime show. We come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Winter is here, but another round at River's Edge is still open. Don't forget about the new winter hours that are Wednesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And if you're craving something special, join them for their prime rib dinner every Friday and Saturday nights from 5 to 9. It's the perfect way to warm up this winter. So gather your friends, come enjoy the cozy atmosphere, and let them serve you at another round at River's Edge.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to our Quick Stop halftime show. 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Also, thank you to our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game. Rooster Roll-Offs. Got a mess that's out of control? Say goodbye to clutter and hello to convenience with Rooster Roll-Offs. Serving North Platte and the surrounding areas. Give them a call, 308-660-5424. As well as Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, locally owned and operated where they smoke their own meats. Low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. Well, Jeff Smeltzer, probably one of the best first halves of the season for North Platte High School. The shot is finally starting to fall in key situations, and the Dogs lead by 12 points, 25-13. Their lead was much larger than that entering into parts of the second quarter.
Yeah,
but
I think they were up 16, 18,
16,
maybe 19.
I think 16 was the highest it's gotten. So they have let a few of them slip. They got outscored in the second quarter, 10 to 8. So it wasn't that well. Much it doesn't seem that bad comparatively to what I thought it was.
How many points does Seth Ray have?
He has 8 right now.
8 of the 13.
All of them coming in the second. Most of them coming in the second quarter.
I think all on offensive rebounds. Too.
Yeah. So and again, tough assignment for the Dogs. You know, Easton Jones and Jake Kincaid were out for a good chunk of that second quarter, and those are the matchups that in the first quarter caused Seth Ray some issues. And then once they subbed out, that's when things started to really stumble and tumble apart for the Dogs.
Yep, so keep up the intensity. Dogs are pushing the pace, getting up and down the court. Like to see more of that. Driving the lane, Logan Hayes and Jake Kincaid have had some nice moves inside. Just keep it up. I like what I see, and I like that there's got to be less than 5 turnovers. I've marked down 2, but I'm sure I've missed some.
There's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think 4 might be the max that we've gotten so far, but I think the real question, Jeff Smeltzer, comes down to where is the energy going to be there entering the third quarter? That's always been the problem for the Dogs this season is they'll start off really good, but somehow in that split from quarter 2 to quarter 3, the energy just gets sucked out of the team, and whether that be some costly turnovers to start a quarter or shots not falling or just not even, or in general just not having the same energy level, can they keep it up to start this third quarter?
We'll see body language when they come out from halftime. I love teams that come out at halftime and do a layup line, just to get the blood flowing again and just try and get back to game speed. You know, you've been sitting in the locker room for 4 or 5 minutes. You need to get back out here and get after it. I think they will. They're so hungry for a win.
Oh, yeah. Now that they have the taste of the lead in their mouth, I don't think they want to give it up. So we'll step aside once more. We come back here on our Quick Stop halftime show. We'll have our scores as well as jump into keys for the second half right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Pregame's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you got the ultimate game day experience at Pregame's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Buying a car is not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. A quarter of a century. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in the North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. See Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com, just south of I-80, North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington. Minute Maid trailing the Dogs 25-13 on a wicked fast scoreboard. Timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Well, Jared Smeltzer. Good heavens to Betsy. Every once in a while I get the Jays. It's the Jays there, Mr. Smeltzer.
That's right.
But State Farm agent Bobby Campbell will now give us our game stats. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. You want to lead us off, Mr. Smeltzer, for the Dogs?
Yeah, we got a pair of sophomores leading the way in the first half. Logan Hayes with 8 points. Jake Kincaid with 7. Jared Smeltzer checks in with 3. Sam Euling has a pair. And way down at the bottom, Caleb Odell with a 3-pointer.
There you go.
He went 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. So balanced scoring. Dogs are getting a lot of scoring from different players going inside, outside, and let's keep it up second half.
Now for the side of Lexington and the Minutemen, Seth Ray with 8 total points. He has 7 rebounds as well in today's game. He's just been a monster on the rebounding front. It's been so tough for the Dogs without Easton Jones or Kincaid out there to stop them. Also, Bryant Truax, he's got 4 total points, and then Carlos Martinez with 1, and that's the final scoring for Lexington and the Minutemen. Well, we're going to step aside for one final time. We come back, third quarter action here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Thanks for listening to the Quick Stop Halftime Show. Second half action is next on FM 98.1.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our WB's Fun Center live stream at NorthPlattePost.com. Well, Jeff Smeltzer, it's time for the third quarter to begin. Dogs leading by 12, 25-13. Easton Jones with his 3 fouls is back in the lineup. Jake Kincaid's out there with Logan Hayes, Eli Broman, and Sam Euling. For the side of Lexington, Tyler Thorell, Cannon Seam, Bryant Truax, Carlos Martinez, and Seth Ray are also out there for Lexington, as Lexington will start the second half with the basketball again, trailing in this ball game 25-13. Truax around the perimeter now, drives on Hayes. He'll pick his dribble up. finds Seam. He'll drive in on Easton Jones and float one up and in to lead the game off for Lexington here in this start of the second half. First 2 points for Cannon Seam. Now the Dogs will take over. Kincaid.
Back to that 1-3-1 zone.
It was so good, and that's a turnover as it was tipped up front there by Martinez, and the other way comes Lexington. Seam kicks it into the corner. Truax drives baseline, and that's a travel for Bryant Truax. And that 1-3-1 was so devastating for the Dogs when it was deployed by Lexington towards the middle and ending of the second quarter, and North Platte really struggled to find an answer to break it down properly.
So who comes out with more energy right now? Lexington is coming out with a lot of energy. Let's see.
Ewing from the baseline gets his first bucket to fall. 27-15 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. 7:05 left to go here in this third quarter. That's Truax out to Thorell on the left wing, guarded by Broman. He drives into the paint. Thorell's shot is up. No good. Nope. Tipped, rebounded by Logan Hayes. There's Jake Kincaid with good box out against Seth Ray. And now here comes the Dogs once again. Hayes to Broman. Broman to Jones. Jones resetting the offense up. Now dribbles around the perimeter, hands it to Ewing. Ewing now to Broman. Broman to Kincaid. Kincaid into the paint. Strong for the layup. Kincaid putting his head down, using his muscle. Drives right past Bryant Truax, and that's another bucket for the Dogs. That's checking now in with his 2 fouls. Jadon Sandoval will be checking in as Thorell on the baseline. Cross courts it to Ray in the paint. He throws an apparent hook, and it's off of Ray, and that's a turnover for Lexington.
Yeah. He still hasn't scored, I don't think, out of an offensive set. I think everything has been a rebound and a putback. Good defense that time.
If he gets applied pressure to, he really struggles to keep cool with the ball in his hand, and he'll take some errant shots. But once he gets the rebound, then things start to turn a little differently for Seth Ray. As checking in now also comes Josiah Adams. As Easton Jones on the perimeter now with it. Into a double team to Hayes. Hayes cross courts it to Eli Broman. Now to Easton Jones. Jones hop steps down the wide open. Hazy bucket for Kincaid. Great ball movement from the Dogs, breaking down that 1-3-1, and it's now 31-15. The lead up to 16 points now. Thorell here on the right wing with it for the Minutemen, guarded by Broman. Oh, almost swiped away by Eli Broman. Thorell kicking it now to Martinez, who drives. That's a travel for Carlos Martinez. As checking in now comes Josiah Adams, as here comes Carter Dishman checking in for Jake Kincaid.
All right, let's see if he can draw another charge.
Big Dish going to be probably guarding Seth Ray. 31-15 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. 5:42 left to go in this third quarter.
You know, we mentioned it last week. Dishman has the Shrine Bowl invitation.
Yes, he does. Big congratulations to Carter Dishman for getting a Shrine Bowl invite. They kick it. Wow, Logan Hayes wide open for 3. Beautiful pass. Beautiful rebound by Easton Jones, and a foul's going to be called. Great box out by Jones in between 3 defenders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got up that time. He's got some bounce.
Tyler Thorell picks up his second foul of this ball game. First team foul for Lexington in this third quarter. 5:25 left to go, 31-15. Broman with the basketball, top of the three-point line. Now crosses over to Ewing. Ewing trying to throw it up to Carter Dishman. Dishman was on the opposite side.
He had position. I don't know why he left the block, but
guessing he was trying to clear out for the next possession to reset. As now up the court comes Tyler Thorell. As Bryant Truax now looks to check in. Thorell on the right wing. Now kicks it into the corner to Sandoval for 3. A high arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by Easton Jones, and he'll look to push tempo. Jones goes to the far side of the court and slows the offense down. He'll dish it to Hayes. Back to Jones. Jones now to Ewing. Ewing thought about driving and kicking it to Easton Jones. Jones gets the screen, switched on to, down low to Dishman. Dishman gets the rebound, needs some help, backs down Ray. Now crosses out to Broman. To Jones with 13 on the shot clock. Jones to a cutting in Logan Hayes. No good, and they're going to call a late foul as Logan Hayes drives into the paint. The foul is going to be called against Jaden Sandoval. That's his third for Sandoval, and Jared Smeltzer is going to check in, as well as Bryant Truax, with Logan Hayes at the free throw line. Misses that one. He was perfect to start. As here comes Smeltzer. Smeltzer checking out.
That looks like Ewing.
So, yep, Sam Ewing checks out. So now Hayes 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 31-15. As Logan Hayes, next one. It's in. So 32-15, the lead for North Platte High School. As up the court to the far side, Bryant Truax. Truax now going to get a screen from Ray. On the right side, he'll fire a shot up, no good. Tipped, rebound on the side by the Minutemen. A 3 from Thorell, and it's in. Nothing but net. Tyler Thorell gets his first 3 points today.
How did they get that rebound?
32-18 is up now. Easton Jones to Smeltzer. Smeltzer back to Jones. Jones directing traffic.
1-3-1 zone again.
And then there's going to be a travel on Easton Jones and a turnover for the Dogs.
Drug his foot that time. 14-point lead for the Dogs.
32-18 is now up the court. Bryant Truax will come. 4:08 left to go here in this third quarter. Dogs get a lead, 32-18. Truax into the paint. Hands it off to Thorell, who drives baseline. Hopstead kicks out. Wide open 3 for Adams. He hits another. Back-to-back threes. A 6-point swing, Mr. Smeltzer, and it's now an 11-point lead for North Platte High School. Jared Smeltzer crosses over seam. Now trying to avoid the double team. Dishes it back to Broman, and then a foul's going to be called. The question is, who's that going to be against?
Yeah. Split the oncoming trap on 10.
That should be Cannon Seam as Kincaid checks in. I think this is probably the better matchup for the Dogs with Jake Kincaid in. So he got a nice little breather, and with 3:43, he comes back into the ballgame. Smeltzer gets the inbounds, guarded by Bryant. Kicks to Broman. He'll fire for 3 in the corner. Oh! Great answer from Eli Broman. That's his first 3 today, and it's 35-21 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. The Dogs answer the scoring barrage back with their own 3.
You know, Dogs have gone strictly man-to-man at this game.
Adams now with the basketball, guarded by Easton Jones. Tipped by Easton Jones, but Ray's able to pick it up in the left corner. The handoff to Thorell for 3. Hit one already, no good. Strong rebound by Logan Hayes. And now here come the Dogs. Easton Jones up the court, guarded by Truax. Gets it to Broman for another 3. No good. Air ball. That is Tyler Thorell collects his first rebound. And uphill cross-court it to Seam. In the paint he goes. No good. Rebounded. The floater is in. Seth Ray not helping his rebounding and scoring metric, or excuse me, his narrative, as scores off of a rebound. And now here come the Dogs. 35-23. Broman now with it. Crosses over to Smeltzer. Smeltzer into the corner to Hayes. Hayes in the paint to Kincaid. Kincaid on a double team to Smeltzer, to Broman. Into the corner to, how about Easton Jones? Oh, takes a couple bad bounces. And Seth Ray will pick it up. 35-23 as Ray slows it down and finds Seam. Into the paint he goes. Euro stepping. No foul. As now here comes Thorell. Guarded by Jones. He tries to go for it. No good. Ray another rebound. He then passes it out to Adams for 3. No good. Good box out. The Dogs get the rebound. And now the other way comes North Platte with 2:08 left to go, leading 35-23 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Hand off to Broman. Broman to Kincaid. Kincaid now will hand it off to Jones, to Hayes, as Hayes explodes into the paint, goes up for the shot, no foul, and that's rebounded by Thorell. The other way goes Tyler Thorell. Thorell, coast to coast, blocked by Easton Jones, rebounded by Jarrett Smeltzer, and now here come the Dogs. That was lucky that Jones didn't get the foul, and now here comes Easton Jones. Excuse me, correction, Eli Broman as Caleb Odell looks to check in for the Dogs. Broman with 1:30 left to go finds Logan Hayes. Into the corner, Jones with it now. Jones bounce passes it to Kincaid. Kincaid now finds Broman, almost stolen away. The kick to the corner, now to Smeltzer. With 9 seconds, Eli Broman has it. 7 seconds to Jones, guarded by Ray. Jones into the paint. He'll float one over Seth Ray. No good off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds. As checking in, Carlos Martinez and Caleb Odell check in, as well as Muhammad Osman, as Ray checks out, as well as Seam. Dishman checks back in for Jones, and out goes Logan Hayes.
Kind of floated too much on that shot and just didn't fall, but now D up, Dogs.
1:06 left to go here in this third quarter. Is checking in also Esteban Colon, so we're seeing a lot of rotations to get prepped for the fourth quarter. It's Martinez at the logo, guarded by Odell. Spacing things out with 20 on the shot clock. As Martinez looking for somebody. Dribbling around. Guarded by Odell once more. He looks to drive into the paint. Picks his dribble up into the corner to Osman. Osmond kicks it down low to Adams. No good. Great foul by Jarrett Smeltzer to at least
foul on that. Yeah.
inhibit Josiah Adams' easy layup, but to the line then goes Josiah Adams, who's in no points today. First foul for the young Smeltzer. 35-23. 12 points is where we started the half at, and it's now closing slowly. 35-24 as Alonzo Torres checks in for Broman. As out goes Thorell, and checking in comes Cologne. So we're seeing a lot of reserve units on the floor. Let's get everybody prepped for the fourth quarter. 42.4 seconds left to go in the third. Adams makes both of his free throws. Got 2 points, and Jeff Smeltzer is the lowest the lead has been since the opening tip. It's Kincaid. Ooh, tipped in the air, picked up by Smeltzer, and a foul being called.
Nope, not quite go to the line. That's
fourth foul. Josiah Adams picks up his first. Now here comes an inbound on the far side by Caleb Odell. 35-25. Odell now finds Jared Smeltzer back in the half court. Trying to get past Martinez. He passed it to Alonzo Torres. Torres now to Smeltzer. Ooh, almost rocketed it right past Smeltzer. Smeltzer now in some trouble with the double team. Finds Torres. Torres bounce passes it, and that's going to be picked up and stolen. Actually picked back up by Alonzo Torres, and now a travel called by Alonzo Torres. Got away with a double dribble, and then unfortunately gets dinged for the travel and a turnover with 17 seconds left to go.
He went with his patented jump stop and then couldn't gain his balance and took another step after that.
As Martinez with 15 seconds on the near sideline will take it up the court, guarded by Caleb Odell. Martinez trying to eke as much clock out, drives into the paint. He'll now get past Odell, blocked by Dishman! And now here comes Jake Kincaid the other way with 2 seconds. He half-court heaves it! Oh, off the mark, but what a block by big Carter Dishman. We're now going into the fourth quarter. Dogs leading by 10, 35-25. When we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Wild Bills Fun Center live stream or PlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine, too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Lexington. Dogs leading by 10 as we are entering the fourth quarter. Jeff Smeltzer. It's 35-25. Timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. So Lexington has gone back to their starting rotation compared to the Dogs, who have just subbed Eli Broman in, and Easton Jones, and Jake Kincaid. And the only people on there are Alonzo Torres and Jarrett Smeltzer. Oh, bad pass by Broman, and that is a turnover for the Dogs. I believe one of, if not their first of the second half.
Oh, I got them up to 9 now for the game.
Still good. Yep. Still a good metric overall, but now in the fourth quarter, they really got to lock it down here. Ryan Truex now drives in the paint. Truex with a nice little left-hander, no good. Fought for, rebounded by the Dogs, and there's a foul going to be called. I believe that'll go against Martinez. Correction, that's actually Seth Ray. That's his first foul today, so actually second correction.
I'd like to see somebody kind of at the high post here to help out on this 1-3-1 zone.
Smeltzer gets the inbounds. He'll dish it up to Easton Jones. And
Jones can throw over top of this.
Now Jones to Smeltzer. Smeltzer picks his dribble up, gets to Easton Jones. Jones into the paint he goes, lost the basketball, still looking for it. Gets it to Smeltzer somehow, who kicks it in the corner for Kincaid. Ho! Jake Kincaid! Big three in the left corner. 38-25 the lead for the Dogs. That one's going to bounce off the foot of Kincaid. You talked about that 40% three-point shooting from Jake Kincaid. It continues to rise. He's perfect, I think.
And again, we said this game wouldn't be pretty, but it'd be competitive. That was kind of an ugly scramble there, but they got it kicked out for the open three.
38-25. The throw all the way up to Ray. Ray hands it off to Seam. Seam takes a bump, and it gets the bucket.
And that's going to be 4 on Easton, I believe.
He's got to stay. He's going to have to stay in, though, I'd assume.
Yeah.
38-27 following the and one. Seam did lean into Easton Jones. But Jones will have to be careful for the rest of the game as he's on again. His last foul. 38-27, the free throw short. Jones gets the rebound, and now they look to push tempo. Here comes Jarrett Smeltzer, but he'll slow it down and pass it cross court to Eli Broman. Now to Smeltzer. Smeltzer with some trouble. Now trying to dribble out of it. Now crosses it, tipped, and that's stolen away. Here comes Martinez. Martinez up the court with it, into the paint. Hopstead's up and under. Broman, he goes, no good. He fights for the rebound. Smeltzer saves it. Picked up by Kincaid. The throw up to Easton Jones. Here comes Easton Jones. He gets the layup. As you said, it wasn't pretty, but the Dogs somehow get a bucket. Checking in Josiah Adams now for Lexington. Seam now into the paint in the double team against Easton Jones. Crosses it over to Brian Truax. Truax now to Thorell. Thorell crosses it back to Seam. Down low to Ray. Ray guarded by Kincaid. The kick out to Truax for three. It's no good. Rebounded strongly by Easton Jones. And now he'll throw it all the way up to Logan Hayes. Hayes now goes coast to coast. No good. And a foul's going to be called.
And the Dogs went to a 2-3 zone that time. Changed things up.
Tyler Thorell will collect his third foul, and with that, Logan Hayes will go to the free throw line as Josiah Adams will look to check in for Lexington. 6:13 left to go.
Hayes 4 for 6 on the night from the line.
80%. That's Coach Pack telling Easton Jones to be smart with his fourth foul. First free throw made by Logan Hayes. And I agree, Jones, even in this moment, still trying to swat away at the basketball. As we'll have a timeout called by Lexington with 6:13 left to go here in the ballgame. 41-27. This, though, is the energy we needed in this fourth quarter.
Right,
the Dogs,
exactly.
The Dogs have answered.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't been a pretty fourth quarter, they're still putting the energy out there, and I think that's the most important part.
This was the one time I was really hoping they'd go to a zone a little earlier. I don't think they're the best three-point shooters.
No.
Where the Dogs have been hurt before.
Well, we say that, but just, Tyler Thorell's hit one as well as Brian Truax. They're still shooting it. They just haven't hit, so they aren't afraid to huck it up there.
So a good scramble up there. It kind of sped up Lexington that time. I didn't know if they were ready for the zone, and ended up in a run-out layup for Easton Jones.
Yep, 41-27 on our wicked fast scoreboard. 6:13 left to go. Timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Dogs still holding on to this lead. It got close to 10 points, but were able to bounce back and now lead 41-27. What do they need to do, Jeff Smeltzer, here in this fourth quarter? 6 minutes still to go, so there's still a long time.
Anybody going to rebound on this free throw?
Good point.
Now Jake's going down there.
I think for me, has anybody got some heart pills? Because I'm having even though Dogs are up front, still holding my breath for dear life.
No, not comfortable by any means.
No. And again, Dogs looking for their first win this season, and they haven't really been in this position all year where they've had leads of this magnitude. Entering more specifically the fourth quarter, and that's where last week against Kearney Catholic for the girls, it all fell apart was when they had the lead. But so far, North Platte High boys doing a good job of holding this lead steadily around 10 points as Hayes will make the next one. 42-27 the lead now for North Platte High. So the near side, Seam gets it, guarded by Jarrett Smeltzer. Seam looking for some help, and now will dribble around the perimeter and clear things out at the logo. He now drives, kicks to Josiah Adams. It's airballed, saved by Easton Jones, and here come the Dogs the other way with 5:55 left to go. Jones now hands it off to Eli Broman. Broman to Jones. Jones upsetting the defense, finds it into Jarrett Smeltzer. Smeltzer lost the basketball for a second, and it's out of bounds.
Boy, that's 3 turnovers by Jarrett.
He got hurried up as he had he had Cannon Seam right on his back, but because of that, turned it over, and now here comes Lexington the other way. 42-27 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Thorell cross court to Seam. Now the Dogs go back to the zone defense. Drives in. Thorell back to Seam. Seam on the baseline. He'll float one from 6 out and gets it.
Yeah, that's his game. He's not going to shoot from out there, but he will drive it.
As they find Easton Jones in transition, as Jones up the court with it. Now getting trapped in the double, finds Jarrett Smeltzer. Back to Jones. Jones picks his dribble up, crosses it, stolen away there. Josiah Adams. He tried to find Eli Broman, but Adams there to steal it in the lane. And now he'll look to go coast to coast. Thorell will fire up a 3. That's way off the mark. Somehow into Ray's hands. Tipped. Founded by Brian Truax. Oh, the follow through.
And we talked about the follow through blocks and how the girls refrained from doing that. But
and because of that, again, Seth Ray got a nice rebound, able to dish it to Bryant Truax, and then gets fouled by Jake Kincaid, his second, and Truax goes to the free throw line now to shoot 2. He'll miss the first one. 42-29 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard, a 13-point lead for the Dogs. It's been hovering around 10 to 15 for the last
looks
two
like
quarters.
They're setting up for a press.
That's Bryant Truax. Next one. It's good.
Yep,
So
press coming. So
5 points for Truax as Jones up the court with it. Slows it down. Now to Kincaid. Now to Broman. Back to Jones. Jones gets fouled there. As Jones was trying to, pass it down to the paint to Kincaid or Logan Hayes.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that was going. That was a little dangerous. But,
Second foul for Adams. Yeah, it's not. Of course, we can't see it too well from where we were sitting.
No.
But I think it was to Logan Hayes, who was a little open. But now throw it out to Easton Jones in a double team. Jones, started by 2 defenders, picks his dribble up to Kincaid. Down the paint to go to Logan Hayes. Up he goes with it. Great pass from Kincaid to Logan Hayes. It's 44-30 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard, a 14-point lead for the Dogs. Seam to the far side with it, guarded by Logan Hayes. Drives in on Hayes, but gets stopped by Smeltzer. Now to Truax. Double team. Back to Seam, who drives and kicks it back to Truax. To Seam. Cannon Seam with 15 on the shot clock. Spinning as Jared Smeltzer tries to pickpocket it. Now they cross to the baseline to Adams. Adams lost the ball for a second. Saved once again, but out of bounds.
Yep.
How about Jarrett Smeltzer pickpocketing and causing some chaos? And that's a turnover for Lexington, 44-30 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. And here comes the press. As Smeltzer gets the inbounds, they fire it up to Easton Jones. Jones now with it, guarded by Ray, and Ray causes a foul. And that's the 4th foul with 4:13 left to go. 3rd for Ray, and that was not a good foul by Seth Ray.
Okay.
As the Dogs could be in the bonus. Yeah. And again, in a game that's this close, you want as many available fouls as you can have. As Smeltzer gets their inbounds, the logo. Drives here to the near side. Through 2 defenders, finds Eli Broman. He'll fire at 3 for Broman. Oh, it's short. Great rebound by Kincaid as he'll fire to Easton Jones, and the offense resets. 4:02 left to go here in the ballgame. Smeltzer out to Kincaid. Kincaid. Tipped. He gets his own miss. In he goes to the paint, and that's going to be a foul, I believe, called on Seth Ray.
This will be shooting, but from now on it'll be 2-shot fouls as they are in the bonus after this.
4 fouls now for Ray, and that's turned for the worst. Ray was actually in really good position entering the second half, but now it's 4. As checking in comes Muhammad Osman. As that first free throw from Kincaid rattles itself in. And that's huge because that might force Lexington to have to play Ray subjectively, and the Dogs much better when Ray has been off than on. 45-30 on our Wicked Fast scoreboard. Kincaid, next free throw. High in the air, and it's rebounded by Daniel Seam. Seam throwing it up to Thorell. Thorell now cross course to Osman. Osman pivots and finds Thorell. Thorell back to Bryant Truax. Truax finds Seam here on the right wing. Dogs still in that 2-3 zone defense. Josiah Adams, heavy 3, no good. Eli Broman gets the rebound, and up the court come the Dogs. Jones on the right side. Now, as they are calling for a trap on the side of Lexington, but won't get anything. Broman now back to Easton Jones. 20 on the shot clock. Finds Hayes in the right corner. Down low to Kincaid. Great passing, and then a foul is called against Muhammad Osman. What passing by the Dogs.
Good look. Nice find inside.
And we talked about how the baseline passes have just fallen a bit short in the recent games, but today it is really coming alive for the Dogs. That extra pass causing a lot of open buckets, and now here comes Jake Kincaid to the free throw line. He was 1 for 2 last time, and he's now starting it off 0 for 1. 45-30 with 3:18 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Dogs in the bonus, leading by 15.
Got one deep, Boogie.
As now the free throw from Kincaid, short, tipped, rebound on the side by Daniel Seam, as now up the court with it comes Seam. Seam lost the basketball, stolen away by Easton Jones. Jones has it then stolen once again from behind, and here comes Lexington. 2-on-3 fast break for the Minutemen. Euro stepping, Truax trying to bounce it off the leg of Kincaid. He's able to do so, but that's correction actually did. That's going to be a turnover for Lexington as out goes Truax and Martinez checks in. Don't know what happened there. I thought he bounced off the leg of Kincaid, but so now the Dogs will find an inbounds with less than 3 minutes to go. Cross-court passing over to Smeltzer, back to Broman. Broman to Smeltzer. Smeltzer gets called for the travel. Hopped it a little bit as he was trying to pass the ball. And that's a travel and a turnover for Jarrett Smeltzer. So here comes the inbound now to Thorell as Seam gets it in. Still 15 points the lead with 2:48 left to go. Back to Seam. Now to Martinez. He now drives past Easton Jones. Hop stepping. Kick out. Three on the way from Seam. No good. Tipped. Rebounded by Logan Hayes. And now the other way comes North Platte High School. To Eli Broman on the far side of the court. Broman really slowing it down for the Dogs offense as they try to eke as much clock in. Lexington can't foul as the Dogs are in the bonus. Smeltzer around the perimeter to Hayes. Hayes hesitates into the lane, goes up with the right hand, no good. Rebounded by Martinez, and now up the court, Carlos Martinez fires to Seam. Seam lost his dribble for a little bit, looked like he stumbled for a travel, and then a foul. A travel is finally going to be called. I was going to say, Seam looked like he stumbled and traveled as Bryant Truax checks in, as well as Seth Ray. Again, Ray is on 4 fouls. Seam checks out as well as Osman. So Lexington and well as Ray going to have to be careful with this last foul. Dogs have been doing a great job of getting into the paint as Truax with the steal. Blocked on the other end by Logan Hayes. Bad pass, but at least Hayes able to make it up with a block. And checking now in comes Sam Euling as out goes Jarrett Smeltzer. Not a good second half for the young Smeltzer in turnover department.
Yep, had a few turnovers right back to back to back.
A throw all the way out, tipped by Broman, but saved. They'll kick it in the corner for Truax. Short, fought for and rebounded by Jake Kincaid, and he'll look to push tempo. When I say that, he'll slow it down into a double team to Easton Jones. Great bounce pass. As Jones now with it will step out. 1:50 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Jones calling for help. Finds Logan Hayes on the right wing. Back to Easton Jones at the logo. He'll drive past the defender to Kincaid, directing traffic. 17 seconds. Euling with it. Now to Jones. Jones driving into the paint. Now kicks to Euling. Back to Easton Jones. To Broman, and a foul will be called against Bryant Truax. And now with that, to the free throw line goes Easton Jones. Truax now will pick up his second foul. Great fourth quarter in terms of clock management for North Platte High School. Defensively locking it down, switching to that 2-3 zone as Jones makes the first free throw.
63% free throw shooter on the year.
46-30 here as Lexington struggling in this third quarter to find any points production. I think they've only got 2 points in this third quarter as now the pass from Thorell to Truax for 3. It rattles in. And a timeout now going to be called by Lexington. 47-33 as Bryant Truax will hit his second 3 today. He's got 8 points, but Lexington in this fourth quarter and the second half really struggling offensively. And let's give it up to the Dogs, man. We talked about the energy they needed to come out with, and I think it's safe to say, Jeff Smeltzer, that this is going to be their first full 4 quarters. Well, they've already had one game of 4 quarters, but I think their second game this season with a full effort of 4 quarters of play.
Yeah, got to be pleased with that. 22 points so far in the second half and 25 in the first half.
Good consistent scoring.
Yep, seems like every game there's that one half that just can't seem to put the ball in the hoop.
It's always the second one.
Yep.
But let's also give credit, finally. Shots are starting to fall for the Dogs. And it also has helped that they've gotten a lot of good looks down in the paint from an extra pass.
They have, and for the most part, they've been doing a pretty good job protecting the basketball. More turnovers here in the second half than the first. But,
yes. But it hasn't been the turnovers that have resulted in free, easy, fast break opportunities. Yep. You know, they've been bad passes in the half-court setting. They haven't been passes that have resulted in turnovers. But also give credit for the Dogs when they do turn it over in the full-court setting. They've been able to at least make a stop in that transition.
Or a lot of them have been the dead ball turnover, the travel,
yes.
The bad pass out of bounds and stuff like that.
47-33, 1:24 left again. Oh, as Carlos Martinez checks out and Esteban Colon checks in. Seth Ray is still on the court with his 4 fouls. Roman gets the ball into Euling. Euling with it. Cross-courts it over to Logan Hayes. Hayes got full-court press here. Gets it to Broman. And now the Dogs will set up offensively. Eli Broman with it to Easton Jones. 1:13 left to go. Euling with the basketball. And there's Seth Ray. Yeah. And he's out for the rest of the game. As
Nothing you can do. You had to
5th foul.
Yep.
As Ray is done for the game today. Now to the free throw line, Sam Euling goes. Dogs, some great passing, forcing Lexington into that situation where Ray was one-on-one with Sam Euling, and if he didn't foul there, Euling would have just ate all that clock away.
Made him play chase, and Sam Euling 3 for 4 on the season. He's the 75% shooter.
See what he can do from the free throw line today. His first trips. No good as that bounces off the left part of the iron. 47-33, 1:10 left to go. A lot of asking for this Minutemen's team to come back in this game. As Euling now looks to fire his second. He'll make it. 48-33 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Rolling the ball up now. Carlos Martinez will collect it at around the half-court line. Fires to the far side, Seam. Seam with it. Now to Truax. Truax with 103 into the lane. Oh my gosh, Kincaid almost got the block. At the pass out to Thorell. Into the paint to Martinez. To Seam. Seam to Truax for 3. He misses it. Rebounded there by Jake Kincaid. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I believe that's going to go against Carlos Martinez. And with that, to the free throw line goes Jake Kincaid with 51 seconds left to go.
Jake 1 for 4 from the free throw line this evening.
Outside of again, I really can't poke a hole in Jake's game outside of his free throws today. It's been absolutely awesome from beyond the arc and really patient and strong as he barges his way into the paint today.
9 rebounds on the night.
And he's had a tough matchup against Seth Ray. And every time Kincaid's been in, Ray's been kind of absent from the game. There you go, 2 for 2 from Jake Kincaid. As I accidentally had the camera the wrong way. 50-33 as Broman almost got the steal on the full court. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's a turnover for Lexington. 50-33, 47.3 seconds left to go in the ball game. Jeff Smeltzer, there's a full court heave up to Kincaid, who lays it up. Oh, they're going to call it travel. Jake Kincaid got a little too lackadaisical and protective of the layup, but with 45 seconds, here comes the other way, Carlos Martinez and the Minutemen. Martinez hands it off to Sign. Sign, now to Truax. Truax in the double team, kicks into the corner. Now back to Martinez. To Truax, drives, kicks to Martinez. Martinez, into the lane he goes. Hop steps, kicks, out to Truax for 3. No good, rebounded by Easton Jones with 25 seconds. Shot clock turns off, and here come the Dogs once again. Easton Jones with it. Up the court he comes. He'll cross the half-court line. And Jeff Smeltzer,
there it is.
For the first time this season and in 2025, North Platte High School will secure its first win as it defeats Lexington on the road 50-33. And they can finally get the proverbial monkey off their back and secure their first win this season. What a game for North Platte High School. Played with energy all throughout the 4 quarters, and it showed in the box score.
Nice to see 2 good halves put together, and let's start a streak. Let's do it again tomorrow.
They're going to have a tough opponent. Sydney, one of the best teams, will be opponent they'll be facing, but you got to start somewhere from square one, and there's their square one moment as they finally get their first win this season, taking down Lexington 50-33 on our wicked fast scoreboard. Jeff Smeltzer couldn't be more proud of how this game unfolded for North Platte High. You know, they were tough, teamed with a tough task here of Lexington that is not a walkover type of program. As
good game, fellas.
Dogs
game coach
get the victory, get the shake of hands from some of the Lexington players. But Lexington, man, they played it as tough as they could. And it was just, for the first time I can confidently say the Dogs just were able to shoot better and avoid the nasty turnovers and get good offensive possessions on every single trip. And because of that, they come away with the victory.
Yep. And, well, the other thing, teams didn't shoot lights out from the three, which
thank heavens,
which seems to have been a bugaboo this year. But
well, I don't even know if I can count it as a bugaboo because you sit there and it's like, what can you do on a lot of those shots? Because we joke, and I don't even know if it's a joke anymore, that any team that plays North Platte at home just decides to light the shot metrics up from beyond the arc, even if the Dogs are playing really good defense. But what a turnaround this game was for the Dogs. Of course, came and lost to Kearney Catholic last week. It was a tough game where looked good in the first half, and then all fell apart in the second half. But today, no real fear of the Dogs falling apart in the second half. Yes, Lexington had a nice little smart start run to the third quarter, but after the Dogs switched that 2-3 zone defense, man, it all just fell apart for Lexington.
Well, we're throwing rubber duckies at midcourt.
I wish I had to throw a rubber ducky. But what we are going to do is throw it to a break. So when we come back, Jeff Smeltzer, it is our quick stop post-game show right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com on our WB's Fun Center live stream.
You in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Winter is here, but another round at River's Edge is still open. Don't forget about the new winter hours that are Wednesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And if you're craving something special, join them for their prime rib dinner every Friday and Saturday nights from 5 to 9. It's the perfect way to warm up this winter. So gather your friends, come enjoy the cozy atmosphere, and let them serve you at another round at River's Edge.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo at 405 East C Street and find out why so many of our clients would recommend Shelter.
The Dogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. Enjoy great food from Merrick's Ranch House. There's 10% off online ordering, and Merrick's offers a 10% veteran and military discount. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to Lexington on our Quick Stop post-game show. North Platte High School boys pick up their first victory of the season, 50-33, and he tried to slink his way out of here, which is so funny because, of course, we want him to come on to our Quick Stop post-game show. Head coach Jimmy freaking Pack. Coach, finally you can breathe a sigh of relief and you don't have to pass out on the sideline today because you guys got your first win of not only 2025, but of the season. And boy, was it a great game. I felt like maybe confidently you personally could say this was the first 4 full quarters of team play because it started hot, the shots were finally starting to fall, and it even continued into the second half, which has always been the bugaboo for your team this season.
Yeah, we came out, threes are not our MO, but we came out and we hit 4 of them in the first half. So had a little bit of a cold snap there at the end of the second quarter. I think they kind of threw a funky zone at us, and I knew they were going to stay in it. We got some turnovers. We took care of the ball. We only had 5 turnovers at half, so that's the best we've taken care of the ball all week. And then we came out in the second half, and they handled that zone a lot better. We shifted to a zone ourselves, and I thought we really got active after it. As I've said all year, though, our go-to is defense. And eventually the offense didn't have a choice. Eventually they had to start falling.
They had to drag it kicking and screaming at some point.
It did. They don't like to. I think they want this gray hair to keep coming in on my head and my beard, but I ain't got a whole lot of black left up there.
But still, first victory of the season, and I thought it was as you said, clean in the first half, a little bit of a slow start in the third quarter, which made you think, oh boy, is it going to continue on that way? But I really think it just boiled down to the switch to that 1-3-1 off the rip when Easton Jones got out in that second quarter with his 3 fouls. You can see the offense start to stagnate a little bit, but the great part is it never broke. The lead got, I think, down to 10 at the maximum, and then got back up to 12 at halftime, but it never got out of control from that point on.
No, and hats off to them. Like people have been saying about us all year, we fight till the end. Those guys for Lexington fought till the end. They hit a couple big threes there, I think to cut it to 10. And our guys, I was waiting for it. I was hoping it didn't happen, and it didn't. Like you said, they bend, but they didn't break, and they kept fighting through. We hit a couple of big shots, too. We finally started attacking that 1-3-1, looking to get it into the flat, into that short corner area, and that kind of opened it up. They went back to man a little bit, and that's obviously our bread and butter, so we started getting some good looks, and we hit a couple of big threes there to kind of inch away.
You really did, and then once again, it just boils down to this team using all 5 quadrants of the players to get into the production line. It started off early with Jake Kincaid really barreling not only hitting some big threes, but really attacking the paint alongside Logan Hayes that then forced the defenses to collapse, which then just led to masterful passing and then just more openings for some easy buckets.
For sure. Jake's a great utility guy. He's a good outside shooter, but, he's going to carve some people up, and he's going to cause his most damage when he gets inside and uses that big frame. He's got great feet. He's got good post moves. Logan's like a switchblade going through that defense. And, sometimes his rattle in and out, but tonight they were falling more. And, we just keep talking to those two guys all the time in practice about, we need them to go. You're not just sophomores anymore. We're 11, 12 games into this thing, so that excuse is over. And I think hopefully tonight, they kind of realize when those two are cooking, that's really what helps us.
And it really helped alleviate the burden from Easton Jones. Of course, he's the best. As many coaching staffs outside when they come and they circle Easton Jones as the main facilitator of this offense. And to see kind of the weight lifted off of his shoulders, you can see how freely he's able to play more, not only as a scorer and not be reliant too much on that department, because when you got him as a passer, man, it's like watching a taller Chris Paul out there, and that really is a scary metric for a defense to execute, because you go man, zone, nothing was able to stop when Easton Jones had the ball to find the open man.
Yeah, he's in every essence of the word, he is a point forward, and I think even for as much as he shoots, I don't think people realize he's a pass-first guy. Mm-hmm. He's always looking, kind of in that LeBron-esque, kind of looking to hit the open man. But, in his defense, other guys got to be making shots for him to do that. And tonight they were. And like you said, that just opens up the floor for us. And we've been harping on those things in practice. We harp on those things in film. And it's not that the guys haven't bought in, but I think once you see the ball go in, that alleviates a lot of pressure. Mm-hmm. And it makes you buy in and believe a little bit more. Maybe coach isn't crazy.
Yeah, and you can really – and I think just finally seeing the shots fall in just took huge weight off the shoulder of the team, because, again, you've seen they've gotten so many good looks, whether it be on the perimeter, down low in the paint. They just haven't got in. You see game after game that weight just keeps starting to get add ups. Like, what do we got to do to get these shots to fall? And once they started falling today, boy, a team looked like, as you said, when shots fall, you look like a whole different team out there. But really, it truly did, and you can see the energy then just smoothly transition into the third and fourth quarter, where you sealed it. In Lexington, I think, only scored maybe 6 points in that whole second half, which is quintessential Bulldog defense.
Yeah, we locked them up in the first. Like I said, they got hot in a few places here and there. We shot better from three than we have been, and as I've said talking to you before, I'm not one of those old stick in the muds. I know that's where the game is at, but I've told these guys, you got to show me that we can hit them. Otherwise, we got to look to go inside out. And once, I think you saw that tonight, once we started getting stuff in the paint, they're having to collapse, and that opens up for more open looks. And that was probably part of it, too. I think teams were kind of almost baiting us into shooting them. So, tonight things just clicked, and it went our way. So it feels pretty good.
And you know what? That then hopefully can transition into tomorrow versus a very, very strong Sydney team. And you normally, of course, have this game on Thursday, and then they get a day off to then find their opponent on Saturday. But you're going right back to back. Got Sydney on Saturday night, one of the strongest teams in their class, and it's gonna be another dogfight. But you got to feel relief that, with this victory here today, maybe the team can play more loosely against a strong team like Sydney and not feel so uptight and make those mental mistakes of overdoing it.
For sure, when you're over, you don't have to say it. The kids know. Everybody in the community knows. Facebook, trust me, they know. I've heard all about it. Everybody out there on Facebook's a basketball expert. And there were so many games. That first game of the year, we're in overtime. We get a stop, and then it was almost like that elephant on your back, and I've relived that 100 times. We play that out and we sneak away with that one. I think that boosts their confidence right there, and hopefully tonight that will. So, they're not dumb. They're high school kids. I'm not dumb. I know what our record is. I know what our record was, but we never gave up, and we kept fighting. And I told them eventually it's going to pay off. And I told them too, somebody's going to overlook us, and we're going to catch somebody sleeping. So. Nothing but respect for Sydney. It's been a great program for several years, and they're coming in the doghouse tomorrow, so we look forward to the community coming out to support us.
Love to see it. Well, Coach, before I let you go, really take me through the keys you have circled down for you to pick up your second win of the season against Sydney tomorrow at home.
As always, everything starts on the defensive end. We've been struggling a little bit with scoring. We're going to keep attacking the paint. We're going to keep feeding those sophomores. Like we talked about, Easton Jones is going to spread the defense out, look to hit the open man, and hopefully that got us going confidently tonight.
Love to see it, Coach. Thank you so much. And also, big congratulations for your first victory here this season. Dogs defeat Lexington here on the road 50-33, picking up their first victory of 2024 and 2025. We'll step aside, take a break. We come back, quick stop post-game show with the scores and the informations right here on Ken, your home for the Bulldogs, FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
That delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. Puro Clean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give Puro Clean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at Puro Clean in North Platte.
Attention North Platte Urgent Care. Whether you need a wheelchair, mobility scooter, lift chair, or more, their expert team is ready to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step toward comfort and independence.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to Lexington Quick Stop post-game show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Why not jump into our game stats brought to you in part by State Farm agent Bobby Campbell. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. We'll start with Lexington, who fall to 1-11 on the season, led by Seth Ray, who had 10 total points. He had 8 rebounds to go along with his 5 personal fouls. He, again, got fouled out toward the end of the game. Brian Truex, 8 points, 2 3-pointers. Cannon Seam with 4 points. Tyler Thorell with 3. 2 for Josiah Adams, and then 1 for Carlos Martinez. Mr. Jeff Smeltzer, take it away for the victorious North Platte High School Bulldogs.
All right, leading the Dogs in scoring. Jake Kincaid, 17 points to go along with 8 rebounds and an assist. Logan Hayes, 11 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, and a block. Next in line, Sam Euling, 5 points. He was 2 for 3 from the floor, and he had a free throw, 2 boards and an assist. Easton Jones checks in with 4 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, an assist, and a block. And then we got several with 3. Eli Broman, Jared Smeltzer, Caleb Odell, each having a 3-pointer to finish with 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Bulldogs scored.
Love it. That's the type of distribution of scoring the Dogs need, even if it is still heavily guarded towards one side, top end of the spectrum with Jake Kincaid and Logan Hayes. Still, to see 8 different Bulldogs getting the scoring numbers, pretty impressive. And that's exactly what they need if they want to continue this victory and winning streak when they face Sydney tomorrow. Strong team that's in a different metric altogether.
Yeah, but again, you can't go from transitive properties, but Alliance beat Sydney by about the same score that Alliance beat North Platte. So, maybe. Yeah.
And let's be real here. But that was a North Platte team that, again, was still struggling to find production. And if they can continue what they did here today, again, it's all cumulative. You don't know if tomorrow they'll wake up and be cold from everywhere. But if they can keep up what they did today and transition that into tomorrow.
Fits. I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow the Doghouse starts at, if I remember correctly, 4:30 for the girls' game with the boys
4:30 and 6.
at 6 o'clock. So, I mean, I'm excited. Dogs getting their first victory this season. Of course, the girls picked up their first win earlier today in 8 games, and the Dogs boys picked up their first victory of the 2024-2025 season. Well, Jeff Smeltzer, that'll do it for us today. I'll see you, of course, tomorrow at 4:30 in the
Media
Get ready, North Platte. Pregame Tap Room has a brand new menu you do not want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams. The Huskers, the North Platte Bulldogs, and the St. Pat's Irish on their big screens. Pair the excitement with our amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience. Don't forget to enjoy axe throwing with your friends. Pregame Tap Room, where great